Hello everybody, how we doing? How is your weekend going? Because it's what it is. It's the weekend. It's the weeky one, the end of a week. How are we doing? How is everything going? Oh, we have more Octopath Traveler today, which will be interesting. So we tried one of the chapter 3s last time, and we got through it, but the fight was difficult. So there I was saying, I'll just go and level up all of the other characters, the 4 other characters that are sitting there, not being used at the moment. I'll go level them up. I'll try and get them to like 40 or, you know, from low 20s. That's not going to take me a billion fucking years to do. It's you know, it's fine. It was not fine. I sat for 5 hours. 5 hours? Maybe a little bit less. It's very, very dull. And I leveled them up a bit. So they're low 30s now. So they are better than they were. But for the life of me, I do not have the fucking patience to get them any higher than that. So, yeah. We'll see how they go. We'll see how it all goes. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be...
Get your wee-woos out, everyone.
Yeah, get your wee-woos out. That's what you gotta do. That's, how that's gonna help you. When we eventually try other bosses, and maybe it goes well, maybe it does not. It could be bad. It could be shit. How you doing, Mally? How's your weekend going? I hope it's good. But yeah, so we'll give Octopath Traveler a go. If for whatever reason I'm struggling with the next chapter 3s, then we'll just have a wander and explore some caves and stuff. There's plenty of other random locations that we can go and have a look around. Feeling pretty drugged today. Is that... What? Are you okay? Are you doing alright? What do you want the drugs for? What's going on? I'm feeling pretty hay fevery today. But I refuse to close the window because it's boiling. Your med's making you feel stoned. Oh no, Mally! That's not good. I hope that's, well, not that it wears off, but that it makes you feel less stoned at some point soon. That's no fun. I mean, it depends whether you like that sort of thing or not, but I'm assuming you don't. Oh. I hope you're doing alright. Oh, right. Perfect timing, I'll just get rid of the pretzel from here. And we will load up some Octopath Traveler. Ow, with my earballs. Is it fine? It's fine. It looks fine. But yes, it's just loud for me. It's just loud for me. Sometimes I'm hard to do anything. Oh, Maddie, I feel this. Not the drug thing, but hard to do anything. Oh, but I do hope it, you know, you feel better soon. I'm alright. Aside from being, you know, hay fevery. I'm doing alright. I had a commission to do, and that's done now, so I feel like I've achieved something with my life. It's great. Really. It's going well. So, right, this is the stage we're at, alright, with our characters. They're all low 30s now. All low 30s. Not had hay fever this year yet. You're very, very lucky. Had it for a while now. It could go away. I'd like it if it went away. So they're better than they were. That's just what I'm saying. They're better than they were. I don't know what tail we're going to do next, whichever one's lowest, maybe. Because they are quite high level, these tails. And the characters aren't quite this high level. So low 30s is what we're looking for. Tressa's is... I can't do Alphins. I did that one. Olberic is 32, is probably the lowest, right? Yeah, I think it's a 38 over there. Maybe we can go to Olberic's then. If we get him in the party. Alberic. They're not... The levels aren't terrible, they're just not quite what they should be. You know? For the life of me, I'm not sure what's going to be handy here. I did find when I was leveling these guys up, Olberic having the apothecary ability to heal as well was incredibly helpful. So this might go great. No guarantees. But it might go fine. Hello, Luke. How's things? Yes, we... It's a long way to go. I'm going to fast travel down here. I cannot go straight there because we've not been to Wellspring before, but I can go to Sunshade, I suppose? You can go via Sunshade. Both of these are going to take the same amount of time, aren't they? So we'll wander from there. I know it's counterproductive to leveling up, but I also don't want to walk across the entire world to get where we're going. No. Theoretically, they'll level up while we do these. It's just going to be really difficult. It's just... I don't even know if this is the correct way. I'm just sort of winging it at this point. Is this the correct direction? It is, and go south from here. Interesting. There's caves and things that you could, like, explore. Just up here. Apparently there's a cave here. Oh, there's also these guys. These guys are here too. These guys are here and they want to suck up blood or something, I don't know. Is that what they're doing? Is that what these things want? I'm not sure. Random foes with a polearm, they're both weak to that, so do it. Death by 1,000 cuts. You heard him. You heard him.
Do you want invitees?
Do you? Would you like to be inviteed somewhere? Murder! Okay, one's down. One is down. One evil Whatsit is down. Never thought you'd see the day where Whatsit became evil.
Where's the nearest tavern?
But here we are. Evil Whatsits. Evil Whatsits. So what is this cave? The Whistling Cave at Level 20. It's you know, it's somewhere to explore at some point. Quite possibly. Level 20's an easy enough place to go in to do. Might be some loot, some cash in there. I don't know. But for now... Wellspring itself. Just across the sands. Deep into the sands. Ooh, a chest. I love a good pomegranate. I do.
You won't feel
Full of energy, those pomegranates, they be.
Victory
They do.
shall be mine.
You want to do your pokey skill again? I know it's expensive, but
Death by 1,000 cuts.
it helps if you don't miss. Just putting that out there. Missing is... It's not productive, funnily enough. You're weak to wind. You could use... I could just whip up a storm, sir. Yes, yeah, he did. He whipped up a storm and then it blew. It went whoosh. Which is what you want storms to do, really, if you're whipping them up. Murder!
Now, what next?
I like it when you're just dealing with these little guys. They're still on white health. Okay, sure.
Tempest of fire.
Now they're not. Now they're dead.
Thus ends your lesson.
They are now deceased. And that's what we wanted, really. Them to die. No scorpions here. We're scorpion free in this town. What's this? Quicksand cave at level 40. See, possibly a little bit too high a level for moi. Possibly a little. I've gone the wrong way for the town.
Quick.
It's a little bit difficult to know which way I'm supposed to go, but it's the wrong way for the town. What are you doing? What are we doing with you? A weak to daggers. Good.
Victory shall be mine.
What do you want to do? Poke it with a stick?
All right.
Good to poke things with sticks? You never know, they might not like them.
But then I never had anyone abuse my bits so far.
So far. It's incorrect now, you know? It's an incorrect sound now. All that abuse, I tell you. Awful. Awful.
The battle is truly joined.
It is truly joined, isn't it?
I will cut you down.
You will. We will try to.
All right.
Right? Wonderful.
An interesting dilemma.
Wind. You want wind? Strong wind? It worked.
You should have studied harder.
We had some strong wind. Some people like that, I hear. Strong wind. Blows you all about the place. Right, down and round, I guess, because I went the wrong way. Because why would I go the right way? Why would I do that?
Let us fight with honor.
Also, am I seeing another shrine on my map?
Here we go.
Have I been here before? Or is this one of the rarer shrines that I should not go anywhere near right now? Because I'm definitely too low a level for that. I meant to do the snake. I clicked the button to go right, and it went down. So that didn't work. Didn't get the snake. What do you have? You have this. This is it's not a snake. It's a worm.
Battle is truly
They're
joy.
very similar, in my defense. You cannot do your pokey poke, but you can pokey poke in there. Merchant push. It's progress. We're getting somewhere.
My turn.
You don't have the pokey stick. Okay, well, that sucks, doesn't it? Just that works. Feel the worm. And then you don't have that either, though, do you? You have ice. Or you could heal. Let's do heal.
That'll do her.
Victory shall be mine.
It will be, if you're lucky. Just keep, poking things. And then you might win.
Now, what next?
You have a pokey stick, don't you? Unnecessary, but you do have a pokey stick. Ice.
A tempest of ice shall rain.
There we go.
Not bad. A passing grade.
I don't know whether it's just Cyrus that's just got this pent-up rage that makes him very, very strong with all this, or what, but honestly, best character to have with you. I'm hoping Primrose will reach that stage too. Oh yeah, I have been here. This is the shrine I've done. It's fine then. Primrose has Scholar now as well.
You a lesson.
Doesn't have the most strong moves with Scholar yet, but just has the basic spells, which is useful, all the same. Wind!
Here we go.
So if I get, a boss that's weak to magic and needs extra magics, then I could have 2 magics! And then, wow. That's it. Hey, Nitro, how you doing? Use the pointy stick. I'm using the pointy stick. He does not have a pointy stick, but he has a axe. It's not really the same kind of vibe, though.
All right.
He doesn't have an axe. He has an axe even, but he doesn't have a pointy stick. But still. See again with the axe. But the worm's dead.
Is truly joy.
Now this dude, he has a pointy stick. There you go. That was some good pointy sticking.
Is the logical course of
Cyrus also does have a pointy stick, but it's better to use ice here. Because it will kill them. And now they're very dead.
You should have studied harder.
They should have. The Scorpions should have read up on their Scorpioning. They should have done it better. Scorpion better. Is this the right way now? I don't feel like this is the right way either. Hello, random person. How in God's name does he command that great serpent to do his bidding? Schnick. See now, this is going the wrong way, isn't it? Is this going the wrong way? Not sure. I don't know where I am. Went to a reenactment thing a while ago, and the man in the cloak with an epic beard said to you in a lovely voice, "Every man needs an axe. You're still without an axe. You need an axe. You should get an axe." What? Sunshade is up, East Wellspring stamps the Master Limb is down. But what's this way? The town I'm looking for? Or have I gone entirely the wrong way? I'm very lost in the desert.
Interesting dilemma.
Very, very lost. Don't know what's going on. Never really do, let's be honest.
She was thick and juicy.
She
Victory
was!
shall
We
be
could
mine.
tell when we cut her open with an axe.
All right.
As you do.
Victory shall be mine.
You know, it's fine. You don't do that sort of thing without consent after
I
all.
will cut you down.
Holybrick, you angry, sir.
With each battle,
Sir, you
I grow
angry.
stronger.
You better grow stronger. I mean, considering you're such a low level. Compared. You know. Is this the way? Is this the town? Is this the way? It is. I found the place. You did have business here. We're doing Ulbrich's story because it's lower level. That's what we're doing. And that's our plan. The story so far. And so Ulbrich triumphed in the arena at Victor's Hollow, defeating Gustav the Black Knight in an epic struggle. Gustav shared the story of Erhardt's past, a tale of a home lost while a king sat idly by, and of how Erhardt swore vengeance on the crown. Did you wield your blade only for revenge, old friend? What do you fight for now that the thirst has been sated? Have you, too, lost your purpose? Ulbrich sought answers to these questions. Answers he knew would come only after a clash of blades. And so did Ulbrich arrive in Wellspring. He arrived. He arrived there, in Wellspring.
Well,
Erhardt's somewhere in this town. Let's start asking around. That's what you best be do. Oh. Gonna steal from you. I'll take your grapes and your fur cap. Oh, never met anyone as rude as you. Well, maybe you should look harder. Thanks. Hi. I can't talk to you. You're just a man. Just a man who does not want to conversate. Converse, even. Conversate?
Hi-ho!
Last scouts reported seeing a huge serpent. I've heard of this! I know where that is. But I went the other way. Because, you know... I wasn't sure about dealing with a giant snake. Travel in still snow in the far north in search of sweet delicacies to delight your tongue. The dates in this region? Aftertaste, though, you don't like them. You want a sweetener. A beetroot. Apparently I have this. Here you go.
Huh.
Something new to try. I'd be happy there. You like beetroot? Does indeed have promise. It's a clean, pure sweetness indeed. But why? It looks nothing more than a common beet. What is that? You say this beet is from my homeland of still snow? Is it? Glad you remembered that. Must be the cold. The cold must cause the beets to develop more sugars as they grow. With this kind of sugar content, I think that I could simply squeeze the roots to extract the sweet juice. The roots. Sometimes you can travel the whole world only to find the thing you saw was lying right outside your front door the entire time. Oh, dear. What kind of gourmand am I, overlooking the perfect sweet right before me? I'm tempted to start my journey anew, but this time my eyes properly open to the natural bounty surrounding me. Wow, you're dramatic, sir, but thank you. I'm glad I did that random side quest. I got money. I got money and a gourmet's charm, which is great. It's good to know that those don't give you experience. A gourmet's charm, though, what does that do? Wait, gourmet's charm. Slightly reduces ice and wind damage taken. Yes, pretty good, I suppose. It's alright. Hello? I didn't steal from that dude, did I? Bad. I should have stolen from him. Heavy blade. Money can buy your experience, but it can't. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? You can't buy experience. What is this tweety fucking noise I'm hearing? Oh, it's the chickens! Okay. What is? What's this? Hello, who are you? Where am I? What have I wandered into? I now have a sharp nut. Steel. Light nut. Sharp nut. Tough nut. Mmm. So many nuts. Hi.
Well met.
Excuse me, do you know of a man named Earhart?
Aye.
You don't know if you trust me with a tough nut? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that at all. What would you possibly mean? Why would no? What? Why? You don't trust me with a tough nut, but with a sharp one, I'm fine. With a nut that can cut, that's fine. A tough one that you can bludgeon someone with, that's different. Apparently, tough boss with a sword. You mean? Aye, everyone here does. He defended our town from those goddamned lizardsmen, but it seemed like they'd overrun the sword. Some folks say he's our savior, yet you won't find me watching. He says the same thing. Do you have any idea where I might find him? Afraid I couldn't say. Don't see him around much, be truth be told. Alright.
I thank thee.
In any event, thanks for the help. Yep. There's chickens in your box. You know. You know you'll keep chickens in your box. You're supposed to.
Hail.
Can you help me? I'm looking for a man. Goes by the name Earhart. You'd be looking for the swordsman then? Yeah. You know the man. I know him well. We all do. For the debt we owe him. We all owe him a debt. He's a stealth bear. Earhart is, in fact, a stealth bear. It's true. Honorary stealth bear. See, this town is plagued by damned lizardmen. Time was they were happy to skulk about in their lairs and leave us well enough alone. But they took to setting upon travellers and heading to and fro. I don't know what they're setting up, these lizards. Fine mess it was till Earhart came along and started taking care of them for us.
Whoa.
Where's he now? That I couldn't tell you. Don't see him much about in the streets.
Gramercy.
Gramercy? What did you just say? Gramercy? Am I supposed to know what that means? Gramercy. Hello. Oh, no one in this house. Hi, do you have a nut? I want it. We've got a grape, blinding dust, and an old coin.
Not so.
Not allowed to know that invitation. Invitation. Can I not have an invitation, Lord Atlas? Do you have anything good here? Should probably check the stuff that I've picked up first. Do I have any exciting weapons? I thought I picked up a new thing. I could have sworn I picked up a thing. Did I not pick up a thing? Am I mad? Did anyone see me pick up a thing? Maybe one did not pick up a thing. But I did not. Oh, I got these, didn't I? I got the lances that aren't better. They're not better than anything that we currently got, so that's fine. Swords aren't better, the daggers... Aw, I could get him a trickster's dagger. Interesting, interesting. Shields. Well, evasion. I like evasion. Falcon hats, they're not really better. Grand vest, grand armor, it's not better. Oh well then. I'll just get you the dagger and move on then. There you go. Have that. Enjoy. I have an old coin now I can sell. A shitty old sword. And possibly another shitty old sword. Possibly another shitty old lance. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Every hat with a little live falcon in is the best thing ever. It would be a struggle to wear. What if your hat just flew away? You wouldn't want your hat to just sort of take off, right? Were you the guy I didn't steal from? You are. That's better. Do I need to buy more healing items? Because I know I went through quite a few, actually, thinking about it, when I was leveling characters. I don't need to heal my people. Look, I have got 0 grapes. 0 basic grapes. I definitely need more. 60. Got 4 plums. 50. There we go. Look at me and my money. I've actually got some. What if you train the falcon to attack enemies? That's true, then you could have a really angry hat that attacks and kills people. That sounds like a good thing. I like the sound of this. Oh, I can steal from in here. Okay. Hello.
Well met.
You know a man called Earhart?
I'm pretty sure.
Suppose you're talking about the swordsman. Everyone knows him.
Just so.
Everyone knows.
Oh, yes.
A while ago, he saved one of the trade caravans from the lizardmen, escorted it here to the town safe and sound. He's a hero around these parts, though I ain't set signs on side. I haven't set eyes on him myself, mind. I'm struggling to read today.
Well,
Today. Do you have any idea where I might find him? Been saying he doesn't show up in town much.
thank you.
That is unfortunate. Thank you nonetheless. No one knows. No one knows where we be.
Hold it!
You there, halt! Stop. I'm not a lizard. If you don't mind, sir, we've got a few questions. Well out. Are you the one that's been wandering around town boring people with questions about Lord Earhart? Lord.
I see.
I've been asking after him, yes. Care to tell us why? What do I tell them? I've got no inclination to lie, but... From what the townsfolk tell me, Earhart's a veritable local legend here. What would they think if they knew I harbored a grudge against their hero and saviour?
Oh?
I got your tongue, sir. We can go somewhere private if you like.
As you wish.
That might be for the best. I don't know what they're offering me right now. To go somewhere private. What life do you live here, Earhart? Have you found a new purpose here? Have you found a cause for which to wield your sword? And if you have, might I still find the same? He might. He also might not. Now slow down there, let me get this straight. Your name is Ulbrich Heisenberg, known as the Unbending Blade of Hornburg, a realm that fell some years ago. And you're here to seek out Lord Earhart, who was once a fellow knight in the same self-realm? A place like a vault filled with gold where we can rob it?
Just so.
Ooh, that does sound good. I'd like to go there. Oh, fair before you, sir. 'Tis an honour to welcome a former brother-in-arms of his lordship here to Wellspring. You should have said that straight away, sir. We've not done you the discourtesy of dragging you into this dingy room. It's not a vault, is it? It's not filled with
The
gold.
truth is,
You might not like the rest of my tale so much. Much has passed between Earhart and I since the days we fought side by side. They're not best shared out in the streets where the townspeople might hear. Yep.
Indeed?
And yet I trust you'll not be adverse to sharing them with us, Sir Ulbrich. Captain Bale! It's a Bale person, a Captain Bale. Leave us, I would speak to Sir Ulbrich in private. It's a private place, and he's speaking to us in private. With our permission, he's asking permission.
I see.
Oh, I have questions of my own. He do. Hey, you Pom. How you doing? How's your weekend going?
Uh-oh.
No worries. I hope your iPad gets charging it soon. Oh, he's gonna go inspect the men. Why is this all sounding lewd? You people, honestly, terrible.
In fact...
You should know that I am the reason Lord Earhart is fighting for the town. That's so. We met by chance. I suppose you have heard the stories about the lizard men. Oh, so many stories about lizard
I
men.
see.
There have been attacks of travellers outside of town.
Verily.
Caravan was ambushed, but fortune smiled upon the merchants that day. Lord Earhart fought off their assailants and escorted the caravan safely to town. When the man told me his name, I recognized it immediately. I asked him if he was once a knight of Hornburg. He did not deny it.
And so...
It was clear his journey had no destination, so I invited him to stay with us. At first he hesitated, but in the end he agreed to stay and lend us his aid, insomuch as I can, were his exact words.
I see.
He's been helping you fend off the lizardman threat ever since. Goddamn lizards.
Yes.
Townfolk are most grateful for his services. I suppose you wish to know where he is. You have a cat-themed crochet thing? That's cool. Your former comrades, the two greatest knights of your fallen realm. I see no reason to hide the truth from you, do you? Well, the fact we're here to possibly kill him might dampen that. From the look of it, this town needs Erhard. I've come prepared to spill blood, if necessary. Should I confront him now? Is this the right time? You found a new cause, Erhard. Do you now wield your blade for a noble cause? A man of the sword must have something to protect. Is this the answer you found? Stop asking yourself these questions! You exactly, Albrecht. Just go talk to the goddamn dude. Don't just slit his throat, just have a chat. Jesus. Must know if he's found purpose, the likes of which he took from me, and if so, can he give me back what I've lost? Murder, you say? I know, murder. We'll play Minecraft, switch trudging is more important. That's fair. Tell me where he is.
In fact...
Lord Erhard is...
Dire news.
The lizard men! A whole horde of lizards! The men of lizards are coming! Lizard men! They're coming! They're coming! We have to murder the lizards! Murder the lizards men's! One of Lord Erhard! He's fighting the lizards! He's gone to the cave, sir, fighting single-handed, last we heard. God's teeth! What about him? We can only pray for his safety. In the meantime, gather every able-bodied man you can and march out to meet the horde. Town comes first. Once we turn back the assault, we can go to Erhard's side.
Present.
For aid. Great. Yeah, ice cream stitch marker. That's cute. Cute and glittery. It's all good. You let me help?
Yes.
Let you? We would welcome it. We'll need every sword we can muster. Prepare for battle, we march immediately. Murder the lizardmen. Before they take over the world and our governments.
May the gods guard your blade.
They'll try, I'm sure. Let us rendezvous on the lakeside trail.
As you wish.
Do 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 do. It's gotten dramatic all of a sudden. Getting the town comes first. There'll be time enough later to find Erhard. At least he's got his priorities straight, yeah? Prepare. Travel banter! An oasis, the font of life in an arid waste of the desert.
Just so.
This one oasis provides water for all the towns hereabout. Is that so? Yes. Some villages have small wells, but nothing to match the amount of water that flows forth here. Civilization has flourished in this place since ancient times. Really is something of a miracle, this oasis. Blessing from the gods. And I must do what I can to save the civilization. Are you with me? Of course, you will have my utmost support. Why, with your brawn and my brains, I'm fain to say we'll be unstoppable. I pray it be so. It's true, you know? Because Cyrus can deal a shit ton of damage. And I think Albrecht being styled the same way. Because that's the difference between those two characters and the rest of them. The rest of them have to sort of split their elemental damage and their physical damage to a point. Whereas Albrecht is just pure physical damage and Cyrus is just pure magical damage. And it really bodes well for him. It works. Good stuff. Hello.
I've been awaiting.
Ready when you are. It's nice that the lizardmen were waiting for us, you know.
Ready.
We must first secure this area and see that no harm befalls the town. You should buy a chihuahua. You mean a dog, Pom? Just so you can name it Small?
Curses.
They're here already. To arms, men. They do be
Will
lizards.
not fail.
They do indeed be lizards. These are very lizardy. They look lizardy. Can you stab the lizards? Sand Lizard King.
The battle is truly joined.
They're not too bothered about daggers. What about
I will
swords?
cut you down.
No. Oh, no SP, that's annoying.
Thought you had me?
Small, overly aggressive dog. Why would you want a small, overly aggressive dog?
A tempest of ice shall rage.
Here we go.
Aranax. I have gone fuzzy. Is my camera effect again? Hang on. Is it? It is! My camera has decided to autofocus once again in the wrong way. Why does it do that? I take off. I turn it off. Oh, I turn it off. That's the problem, isn't it? I turn it off. So the settings don't save because I've turned it off. I bet that's the problem. I bet that's the problem. I'm just going to have to do that every single goddamn time. Then that's fine. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Right, what else can we try? We tried an axe. I haven't tried a bow. How's that bow? No? Maybe they're just weak to magic?
My turn.
Weak to fire as well. You have nothing I have not already tried on them. Fire?
Don't play.
No? What are you weak to?
Have at you.
Ah! Pokey sticks. Pokey sticks. My shirt, it's a Diablo themed shirt. It's El Diablo Hot Sauce. It's a play on the game Diablo as a hot sauce. It's silly. He's not a demon, he's a hot sauce.
You should have studied harder.
That's a load of Lisbon duds. Is there more? There be more. So now enter them, watch your backs!
I will not.
Are they weak to the same stuff? No. Possibly not. That's
the
fine.
battle is truly joy. I will
Try
cut
swords.
you down.
Nope. Y'all just gonna be weak to pointy sticks again.
A tempest of shall reign.
Out of my way.
Knives? Nope. They cannot be knives.
Here we go.
Witchery.
Witchery, they just hit you and it was poison. They're like poisonous. It's not witchery, Ulrich. It's just a natural thing that can happen. They just so happen to be poisonous. Or venomous, I should say, maybe.
My turn.
I don't know. I don't really care. Axe. Pokey stick? Just wait to pokey sticks too. That's fine.
All right.
Okay, does anyone want healing? Yes. Heal yourself,
That'll do
dude.
it.
I should be keeping an eye on that. You know? Health. I'm assuming it's a stave you're weak to.
An interesting dilemma.
I'd check, but I'd rather hit you with big ice. Kill them. Oh, almost. Killed one of them.
My
And now they have boosted themselves. They're now boosted.
Are you?
He was not ready. You can do the pokey poke too. There we go. Lovely! Winning!
Each battle, I grow stronger.
Battle music ended. Was that the last wave? Isn't too difficult so far, but I know it can get... The boss can be annoying as heck in a moment's notice. We've stopped them for the nonce.
Uh-oh.
You think Lord Erhard's safe, sir? If any man could survive alone, it would be him, and yet against these numbers. I would send him reinforcements, but, let me go. I could double his chances.
I am in your
And
debt.
go quickly, Sir Ulrich, and thank you. Gonna go help the man you came here to kill. That sounds like a nice thing to do. Smell of steel and blood. It puts me in the mind of another battle. The one that ended with the fall of Hornburg. There's another word from me now. There's another world to me now. I can scarce remember the man that I was then. It's 'cause people change. Did hatred drive my sword arm? Did fear? Is now really the time to be reminiscing? No, it was for a higher purpose.
I swear
dramatic.
on my blade.
I swear upon this sword, I swear to defend this town and its people.
Verily.
Words of his courage, sir. Sure, I'm sure.
Ugh.
Men forms lines on this position. Let not one of those slavering fiends pass.
May the gods guard your blade.
May them do
I
just
see.
that. Also your hands, you know, don't rely on the gods. Your hands are the ones actually using the blade, so maybe rely on those things. You know? Where are we actually going? Which cave is this? Over this way? Oh, sorry, I've got to kill whatever those are. Cactus rolly beetles, and I don't know. More lizards? Are they more lizards? They look like lizards. Lightning. Lightning, please. Damage, lovely.
My turn.
Mother nut. Weird word for it to autocorrect to? You don't have anything useful, do you? No.
Have at you.
That's okay.
I will cut you down.
Here goes
We
nothing.
will, you know. We'll cut you down, and you'll be happy about it. What else are you weak to, strange little thingies? I've tried that already.
Shall be mine.
Pokey stick! Ah, of course. Of course, the pokey stick.
Thought you had me?
Interesting dilemma.
And then ice.
A tempest of ice shall reign. Not bad.
Not bad, no. You know, you did decently well there, you know, murdering everything quite quickly.
Welcome to the world of VIP'd.
Welcome indeed. Welcome indeed. It's a good place to be, you know. You want to be a part of that world. It's true. There was a save outside, there's a save inside. I know, Mally, twice in a row. Hello, Holly, how we doing? How do ye be? Do you be do? I hope so. Money!
Maybe you can be in charge of my ships any day of the week.
It likes Steve today, apparently. It does. World VIPness and in charge of ships. Any day of the
Fight
week.
with honor.
You know what? I know it's like a loincloth that this giant lizard has,
My
but
turn.
because of the colour, it's just... I don't know. It's just off-putting. Nothing overly blatantly wrong, but it's off-putting. And they're all weak to stabby sticks, aren't they?
Yes. Here we go.
Therion does not have a stabby stick.
That'll do her.
You'll be good. I got you good.
What next?
I'm okay. I'm getting by. It's very hay fevery today, so if I go quiet for a bit, it's probably because I'm trying to breathe. But other than that, it's great. Thank you. It's a good colour, isn't it?
Have at you.
It's quite an old one now. But it's nice. It's not like a particularly bright red, I suppose. I don't know what they call those colours where it's not just this flat colour, but it's sort of got like white mixed in. I don't know. I don't know how they call that. But it's nice. I like it. You sure it's a loincloth? This is what I'm saying, Mally. This is what I'm saying. I think it's supposed to be. It could be a tail. Or something else. I'm not sure. That's the problem. Wish I was sure.
Here goes nothing.
You can either put me onto charge pom, or you can look at the black screen.
Shall be mine. Out of my way.
Out of his way. There are two dead ones there. Like mottled. Yes!
Interesting
That's
dilemma.
all the thing. Because it's not just... It's very faintly... It's like those, almost the really nice grey shirts you get. Where it's not just this flat grey. It's molly. It's like that, but red. I don't know. I don't know words. Don't ask me words. Words? Me? No. Those shirts do always seem cozier. I assume it's, you know, something to do with how they're made or what they're made of. Nice. It's very nice. Is it the tail? Probably. I think is the answer there. Most likely was a tail. Yes. Oh, this was a weird little undergo bit. Undergo bit. Yes, was a strange undergo bit. I've just gone in a circle because I'm smart like that.
You won't feel a thing.
Okay. It looks kind of a coral color. And that's the story of Cold's t-shirt. It is. It's nice, right? I don't know. I don't remember how long I've had this shirt. One of my older ones. I have many shirts. And you know why I have many shirts? You know why? Because I met two lovely, lovely people who knew all these really nice websites that I hadn't known about before. And they were buying things and talking about it, and then I looked at them. And then I ended up buying things, and it's... I don't know. You don't know what I mean, Holly? You know. No? Not ringing any bells at all? I mean, they're lovely sites, you know, I'm all the better off for knowing about all of these sites, but it does mean I have a fuck ton of t-shirts. And, I don't get through them all. I have my favourites, you see. And I have enough favourites to last me weeks before, you know, running out of favourites. And then they're all washed. So it just keeps looping. And then I never wear any of the other ones. Which I still like the other ones. Don't get me wrong, so I don't want to get rid of them. But I just wear them less often. It's a problem. Ongoing issue. So, you know. Better to have loads of shirts and loads of yarn. I guess, you know? I'd rather have an actual shirt than something that could be made into a shirt that takes effort. I'd rather just pull something out of the wardrobe and go, yeah, it'll do. Sometimes I pull my cat out of the wardrobe. Can't wear that though.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Everybody needs a little bit of grapage. A little bit of grapage. Goodness, how much fucking health do you have? How many grapes was that? That man can eat grapes like there's no tomorrow. Maybe if he didn't eat the grapes, there wouldn't be. Dead end. I was kind of hoping to figure out how to get to these chests. But I'm not sure. Bats! They're kind of weirdly angled, the bats, aren't they?
Out of my way.
They're like dive bombing at a jaunty angle. While floating in air. In air? In midair? In air? In where?
Over here. Over here.
The battle is truly
Rotate the shirts. Wear a different shirt, oh my god. Digging out different shirts. Sounds like effort, really. Hey, you Minxie, how you doing?
What is the logical course of action?
I hope you're having a lovely weekend.
A tempest of ice shall rage.
Oosh! Boop, 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 boop. We have way too many t-shirts too. It's a problem, isn't it? I never thought I'd have this problem, but you know what?
My turn.
I have this problem. I don't mind the problem. Of all the problems to have, having way too many shirts is fine. QWERTY is the problem. I got a bunch of shirts off there at one point because there was a sale on, and you could just buy so many goddamn shirts for very little money. It was a bit much. I got 4 or 5 in one go. And it's... You don't need 4 or 5 t-shirts in one go when you've already got loads. But I brought them anyway, because they're cool.
But I don't want to see...
A tempest of ice shall rage.
You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. You don't want a shirt about that either.
Not bad. A passing grade.
This is the world we'd be in if any of us put our quotes on t-shirts. You know? You have a t-shirt of just, I don't want to see dead wieners all over the place, you know? And then just have a picture of a hot dog that's kind of rotted. I don't know. Wait.
Let us fight with honor.
Such geek heaven shirts. They are. This is true. I brought something off of EMP the other day as well. I have no self-control.
Victory shall be mine.
I'm charging. Fantastic. I should be on. I am honoured. You'd forego your mind crafting.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I don't know if they're gonna get that many cuts, dude, but
All right.
sounds like a painful way to go. We just... There we go. Love it. That was a recent quote. That was... You know... Thursday. I know days. I had to remember that there was a day before that day. No, after that day. Before today. What is time anyway? Fuck.
Now then.
Do you want to do that again? No, because you don't need to. Just do this one. That! What is time? Oh no, of all the fucking quotes for you to pull! Bastard!
All right.
God damn it. I forgot that existed! And now we know the fucking number. Damn it.
Oh, ice. Here's the proof.
Ah, man.
You should have studied harder.
God damn it. Fuck. You're a bit stuck on the floor. Did the floor swallow you whole? I hate it when the floor does that. How do we... Is there a... Oh, I found a secret hole. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Through the mountain! Secret, 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 secret tunnel! 5 points to anyone who knows where that's from.
Shall be mine.
Do you want to do stabby, 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 stab, 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 stab? Yes, you do. What else do you want to do? You'll have an axe. It's gonna be the pointy stick that he does not have. You know?
Interesting dilemma.
We do not have the pointy stick on that one.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pump. I hope your back gets better.
Out of my way.
Then you're not gonna get the random points. It's from an anime. It is from an anime. It is indeed from an anime. One of my favorite era animes, which I realized the other day I have absolutely no merch of, and I feel like I need to. But you just don't see it. For as popular as it is,
Have at
you
you.
just don't see the merch for it here. Squidge saw it in America, because she sent me a picture of a fucking slow cooker with it on. Of all the fucking things to find with that particular anime on. A slow cooker. But... Not here.
Here goes nothing.
It's not a good way to spend the day, Pom, no. I would agree.
Now, what next?
Whee! There we go, now they're dead!
Thus ends your lesson.
Chest! Yes, silver-filled pouch. These purple chests are the whole reason I keep Therion in the party. His extra attacks are really they're very, very helpful, to be fair, but he also is the only one who can open those chests. So it's important he stay.
It's a good day.
Avatar, yes, Holly! You got it!
Out of
You
my
got
way.
it! I have no merch from it! I've got so much stuff! I've even got the goddamn box sets up there, but... no merch from it, which is ridiculous, really. Gotta sort my fucking life out. I don't have Avatar merch. Jesus. Oh, my Alchemist. See, I watched Brotherhood, but I have got something from that. I've got tiny weeny, almost chibi key charm things hanging off my bookshelf behind me, which are nice.
I will cut you down.
You got the pocket watch, Melly? I too have the pocket watch.
Interesting dilemma.
think it's in a box on my shelf again, but I do have that too. It's cool. This is some good merch talk right here. I like it. I like it.
A tempest of ice shall rain.
Right, Mustang. Good character. Very good character.
Bring it on.
Oh. Good shit.
My turn.
You need to get your pocket watch. You do. You need to get one. Join the club. Pocket watch club.
Have at you.
Minecraft notes are now also cold notes. Minecraft can be cold.
All right.
So good. He's so good. Such an amazing character. I mean, a lot of them are in that show, to be fair. That's why I like it so much.
A tempest of
If you can make me like almost all of the characters in your show, then good fucking job.
What's this?
I haven't seen the original, no. I never gave the original a watch. I probably should have. I probably should still.
The battle is
It's shorter than
truly
Brotherhood, isn't it? I'm hoping. This was my optimistic question. And then I'll have to find
All right.
where it is, or find it cheaply. You need to restore the man who fell over.
That's what I'm here
I've
for.
been forgetting to heal people.
My turn.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, I think I watched Brotherhood first. I think I was talking to a friend at the time and they'd said that Brotherhood was slightly better overall as a story.
My turn.
I don't know. So that's the one I watched.
shall be mine.
And I watched it, and I loved it. It was good. It's one of those ones I go to rewatch, and I'm like, this is going to take me a long time to rewatch. It would be a dedication to rewatch it.
Thus ends your lesson.
Starts almost the same, but the story goes totally different direction. Ah, lighter and funnier. A bit less gritty, but very good. Interesting. Is my carpet dry and not stained? It is. There's a... well... mostly not stained. I tacked it with carpet cleaner. For context, why I have a stained carpet is I was pouring a drink during Friendly Friday yesterday, and for whatever reason, I was doing it over here, so it's away from all the technology and stuff, and I was looking at the screen, and I was talking to someone, and then I poured the drink back round and thought, wait, what? There's like nothing in here. I've just poured a can of Coke into this glass, but there's no Coke in the glass. It's because I poured almost the entire can onto the ground, onto my carpet, because I wasn't looking at what I was doing. So that was an event. That was an accident that happened. You know,
Fight with honor.
Darker Than Black. I don't think I've heard of Darker Than Black. The one with the blue arrow on head. Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, he's got blue arrow tattoos.
An interesting dilemma.
Pizza stains? No. Cola stains. Yeah. It's a shame. You're gonna pop in for FF potential. Talking to Amiga to about 10. You talk too much. I have not noticed this about you, Holly. Not at all. Not even once. You heard the splash pom? I didn't even hear the fact that I was pouring on the ground. I'm guessing because of the noise cancelling headphones, even though I've got my mic playing back through into my ears. It just... I don't know, I was talking at the same time, there was just a lot going on,
The battle is truly
and then I had a puddle soaking into my carpet. Not the best thing happened,
Out
really.
of my way.
You don't want to know what a love pizza is. It's when someone enjoys pizza that little bit too much, you know? That little bit too much. I did have pizza on Friday, but I had it before Friendly Friday happened, and I finished it before Friendly Friday happened, and I ate it all without dropping it. And I was proud of myself. You need to heal people, because I am forgetting to do this. There we go. Many sarcasm, much wow. I don't know what you mean, Holly. I've never noticed that you talk a lot. I'm not complaining. I might be being sarcastic, but I'm not complaining.
What is the logical course of action?
She went there. She did.
A tempest of light shall reign.
What kind of pizza? It was just one of the
Studied hard.
frozen pizzas you buy from a place. It just had pepperoni on it. It was nice. Sometimes a simple pizza is just nice. By the way... Oh, I can go this way. There's literally a path right in front of my face. There's a path right there in front of my face. A fish? I don't have a fish. Are there more chests over that direction? I feel like there might be.
Come on, I've got better.
I'd like Dark in the Black.
Here we go.
Interesting. Do you know where I can find it? Is it one of those situations where I'm gonna need to get Crunchyroll or Funimation or something? Or did they combine recently? I feel like they combined recently. I haven't been keeping track. Are they the same thing now? Funny Roll? Crunchymation?
Victory shall be
You're allergic
won.
to frozen pizza but not fresh because of preservatives. Well, there you go. You have a DVD? I could definitely borrow a DVD. It's trying to find it on the interwebs.
Course of action.
I remember the days of loading up my laptop and finding some advertisement covered free website,
Out of my way.
possibly covered in viruses, to watch my anime off of. I never got a virus, I don't think, from doing that. I think it came close a few times, but
A tempest of light
that's how I watched the raw stuff. They've combined. I thought they had combined.
studied harder.
I like the fact that they've combined, because originally you used to have both, depending on whether you wanted a subbed version or a dubbed version of an anime. And some didn't have one, and some didn't have the other. Just put the two together, have both the dub and the sub as options, and then you can pick and choose as you like. You know? I'm all for that. Thought I heard about that. I'm glad that I'm not, you know, going completely mad just yet.
Want a tangle, huh?
I have no idea how I can be in a raging parasite for a long time, my gosh. Watch Cartoon Online, I remember that name. I don't remember the other one I used to use, but a lot of them ended up shutting down. They all got beaten off the internet, you know? Which is fair, I get it, why, but also, not fucking damn it. You can only watch dubbed? I don't mind dubbed, but I don't mind subbed either. It depends on the anime. Sometimes it depends on what I watched first, because then I tend to just like that one more.
Here goes nothing.
But I don't mind. It's just sometimes you watch a dubbed version and the voices aren't quite right. Suddenly watch it subbed, you're like, ah, this is what I'm vibing with right now.
What is the logical course of action?
Ice, maybe? I'm still not paying attention to who needs healing. I'm too busy talking about anime. They do need to make the next Noragami. I adored that. If anyone hasn't seen Noragami, I can't recommend it enough. Very, very good. I think... Did the manga go on further than the anime? I think it did. I think the manga's still ongoing. I should pick it up again. Just very, very good. If people haven't seen it, honestly. Honestly.
An interesting dilemma.
There's a lot. I have like a list of all of the anime I've watched, and they're in order of how much I enjoyed them. Because apparently I like that. I like lists. It's my thing. Can you rest? Not gonna get you much SP back, but you can do that.
Bring it on.
Noragami? Lou said it far up in the chat if you want to copy that. I think it's Nora, not Nori. With an A rather than an I. I'm not sure. Can't remember now. Ooh.
What's this?
Everyone's dying ever so slightly, but I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. I'm definitely paying attention to what I'm doing right now.
All right.
Definitely, definitely. Do you wanna... Will they heal everybody before they all, you know, perish? I'll just boost that one. I'll do.
Better?
We'll try the type, it's alright, it's all good. It would dub mainly because you like very pretty, well drawn anime, and you can appreciate more visually. This is true. But there's a nice part of that. That's the only problem I find with subbed is having to read the subtitles just distracts you from what's going on the screen. But you get very used to doing both, and a lot of the times when you watch sub, there's phrases that characters will say, and you recognise the phrase, and you sort of get the gist of what they're saying. Whether or not you know the language. A lot of them say a lot of the same stuff.
All right.
Didn't get into the origami? I loved it. I really, really loved it. I enjoyed the humor, I enjoyed the characters. But it's that, I don't know, that sort of thing is just something I enjoy, I like the vibe of someone somewhat ordinary gaining some sort of ability. That's the sort of thing I like. You know?
What's this now?
I can appreciate shows and things that have characters with, I don't know, established powers. Because I like Fairy Tail, and that's a lot about that. But they still develop in that to a point. But anyone who's just an ordinary fucking person that suddenly just falls into a supernatural situation, I love that. I adore it. One of the dudes is like a crappy god, yeah, that's exactly it. He's a crappy god.
Have at you.
How dare you?
Here goes nothing.
Cheese, Sweet Home. Not heard of that one either. There's so many. Oh my god. There was a lot on my list to watch at some point anyway, to be fair. I never did. I never got around to it. I haven't seen the Raised either. Holly! Send me a fucking list. I'll find out where to find them. I'll watch them. Right way? This is the right way. So many anime suggestions. I'm here for it. I am. It can go on my list of other anime suggestions I've had in the past. And never actually got around to watching. And maybe I'll get around to watching it this time. I think I've more or less run out of Marvel films to watch now. Need something else, don't I? I was rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, to be fair. Get back on that. Are we good? I think we're good. Let's do a save and let's do this battle. And we'll see if we're a good enough level for it. It's about a kitten. That's cute. I'm good at distraction, Pom. Lizard Man. Oh, hang on. Let's fight this one first. You watched the Bleach live-action movie on Netflix the other day and enjoyed it? Oh, there you go. Again, I've not seen Bleach. I've heard of Bleach. I know people rave about Bleach. I know there's lots of things people rave about, and I haven't seen them. And it's terrible, and I'm a terrible person. I don't have an anime channel myself. I should probably make one, shouldn't I? Then I could actually have a discussion about all this. Or I could make a channel for anime. I could do that. Way too much of a commitment. Same as Naruto, same as One Piece. You know? It's like I've been sitting on Twitter. Is it Clovelia's been watching One Piece? There's like 1,000 odd episodes, and it's like, how do you have the time to go through 1,000 fucking episodes? Who wants to do that? It's impressive.
All right.
Because of anime? No, good. We're good. I know, Plum. I know. Don't worry. You do not have the thing I'm looking for. You have no pointy stick, but you do have that chopstick, which works.
Now,
Okay, here we go.
here we go.
Oh, I think I've recommended Kyokai no Kanata to you before, haven't I, Holly? I'm sure I had a conversation about this one before. Because it's
My turn.
short, but it's a very good one. If people haven't seen it, it's also known as Beyond the Boundary.
Here goes nothing.
I tend to find it's easier to find if you type in Kyoki no Kanata. Which one? Beyond the Boundary? Kyoki no Kanata? The one where there's a character who has magical blood. She makes weapons out of her blood, and they hunt down like creatures for money, for bounties. It's adorable and fucking heartfelt as fuck.
Over here.
Oh,
Yes.
a good one.
Yes.
I would have loved it to have been a little bit longer, but I did enjoy that very much.
With
Black
each
magic,
battle,
exactly,
I grow
Nitro.
stronger.
Cursed blood makes it into weapons. It's very anemic, funnily enough. And Oran High School Host Club. If anyone needs light-hearted fun, you watch back. To be fair, you watch back on Oran, and there's some bits in it which you just have to find funny, even though they're really not very PC anymore. Most of it is perfectly fine, and it's very, very good. But there's other bits you're like, ooh, those, you know, the two twins in that, you know, they're not just joking about being in love with each other. There's an undercurrent there of a little bit more than just joking about that.
Ulrich,
It's very good.
Aces,
It's very, very
what in
good.
the name of the gods are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Let's deal with
He's
these first. We can
helping
totally-
you. You know? Helping you fight these lizardmans.
Fair enough.
Oh, PC. Urotsuki Toki? Doji. Tsuki Doji. I got it. I get there. I've not heard of that one either. Oh my god, there's so many I haven't heard of.
Oh.
I will be making an
All that.
anime channel on my Discord. Even can put their suggestions in there. Incest,
How long
it
has it been,
hints at it, Pon,
Bernard?
yeah. It's nothing overt, but it does hint
Too
at it.
long.
I
But it's
need
very,
to-
very good. Very silly fun.
That sounded close. Didn't think they'd venture this far.
You wouldn't have
Those
thought so,
were the
would you?
leaders of the
But they're
Horde.
coming. They're
We
coming.
slay them. The rest will be easy to
You don't have a
disperse.
witty comment for that? For you know,
I'll
that
take
sort
the
of
right.
underlying subtext in an anime?
Then the
It's a
left
very
is
small
mine.
part of it. But yeah, it's great. I have the
Jeff,
manga books as well. I got
These
the manga
beasts
books
are
on
more
my shelf.
cunning than they look. When they fight
It's
together,
good stuff.
they are stronger than the sum of their parts.
Try not to get yourself killed.
They do love doing super stuff, super weird stuff with otherwise normal stuff. It's well, it's
Likewise,
normal.
Ulrich.
Oran High School Host Club is literally about a high school which is full of rich kids who run a host club. So they basically have tea and flirt with people, and the it's just stupid silly what they get up to. But yeah, it's it's funny. But yeah, the twins are a little bit too into each other. Alright, Brick, your lordship. That fella looked like a tough customer. You sure you can handle him on your own? I'm confident I have trained alongside Earhart. I know my strengths and weaknesses. Would you tell me, are you prepared for what's to come? Huh? Great peril and danger await us. We shall need your help more than ever. You can count on me, don't worry. I hope so. What he said, I'm gonna be the first into battle. So come on, your lordship, take a thumb out and let's get moving. My thumb is here plain inside, but yes, it's time to go. Plain sight. Mom, go clean. Do it. You'll feel better when you're in a clean room. It'll be nice. It will feel fresh and new. And it'll declutter. Declutter your mind. No? The one episode where everyone goes to the beach, or it's the ice cream shop or something for reasons, and they go straight back to the story. It's nice. It's a little bit of levity, isn't it? A little bit of slice of life within all the trauma that's going on. Maddie, go clean. Everyone go clean. Do a clean thing. If there's something you haven't cleaned, just do a small clean. You know? Even if it's just one shelf. Just clean something. And you'll feel better about yourself. It's true. True. Albrecht, do you have no one though? It's not true. He's such a crisis, this man. He's really struggling. Even stronger, and then... Dominion Tank Police Original 2-part movie. Dominion Tank Police. What?
Fare thee well.
Less garbage dump in the Philippines. I mean, every little helps. And you've done whatever it is you must do. Pray come back and visit us. You've got so many people, Albert. You've got an entire town that loves you. Stop having a crisis. You're alright.
Now then.
Put catnip on the shelf so the cat will roll on it and clean it. Yeah, that works. I find cats are very good at collecting dust. And they even collect dust from places you weren't sure existed. You know? But they find it.
Ugh.
You know they find it. IMDb. See. I shall try and remember to have a look at that. There's so many things I'm going to have a look at now. Would you just beat up the goddamn monster already? You do have something to protect, Albrecht. Have you ever thought of maybe protecting yourself? Wandering sword, I found many who need my strength. Out of the realm of common vagabond, I'm still a blade, no more, no less. I can protect the weak, the innocent, the kind, yourself.
Prepare yourself.
You know? You like some of the more light-hearted stuff? The art style's lovely. You haven't gone down the rabbit hole yet. Oh, it's... You'll never get back out this hole. You just won't. It's not possible. You might be able to take a break from it, but you'll never truly be free. Big, difficult fight time. Woo! It's such a fun rabbit hole. It is a fun rabbit hole. 100% worth it as a rabbit hole goes. You're weak to fire? No. Okay. Noted.
Here we go.
You are, however, weak to holy light. You'll never get out of this hole. Thanks, Mally. I had so many goddamn quotes on Danish the other day, honestly. That was so many quotes. Most of them absolutely terrible. No one quoted what I shouted on Friendly Friday yesterday, though, so I'm very happy about that. I didn't look to see if there was a clip. Because I spoke wrong.
My turn.
Swordy, 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 sword. They're still... Oh, they're blocking it, I see.
Battle is truly joy.
Ow, I see. They're weak to pokey sticks.
What next?
Look at yesterday's fall. No! I was talking about the holes on the Mario Kart track, okay? That's what I was talking about. It wasn't anything weird, I just said it wrong. Violet Evergarden. I've heard you talk about that one before, but no, I have not seen it. I do. I recognize the name. No, Pom, no, not that. Don't say it. Don't say it. No.
Bring it
No, we weren't supposed to say it. God damn it. Are they all good to light? Maybe. I know I'm always talking about holes. It just so happens that a lot of the things I do involve holes, and you know, and it's a problem. I'm aware. Ah, lightning! It's weak to lightning. Oh, Harbor. Albert, you're doing all right there. Oh, Elfin, you're doing all right there, son. Are you okay? Are you okay, boy? How you doing all right? Thanks, Mally. Again. Thank you. Egads! I know, we really need to heal.
That'll do her.
Not paying attention, I know. It's all good. It's all good. No one knows. No one saw that. No one's gonna ever know the awful things I say. I probably should have healed rather than attacking there, but that's fine. It's fine. We're doing well, right? Oh, that's fine. Thankfully, this episode 1's on YouTube. Ooh, this is good to hear. That's easy to do. I like it when they're easy to get hold of.
You shall be healed.
Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context.
Now, what next?
You know what I meant. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Stop it.
Here goes nothing.
No! Randy, no! Making you all cry again. I'm gonna have to watch this, aren't I? Oh man, so many things! I hope someone's writing me a fucking list! We'll probably be fine.
Here goes nothing.
This isn't going too badly so far. It's gonna be a long fight,
That'll do
but
it.
they normally are. But at the moment,
Have at you.
we're dealing. We've got some good characters for this. You have a strong...
Bending.
Yes.
Watch my blade dance.
Damn, son.
What
Man.
is the logical course of action?
Yes, Smelly, this is why. 100%. You know, it's just to have a break. Just a small break. A tub of ice cream and some tissues, you may cry. Alright, we'll see.
Bring it on.
There's not many things I've ever watched that have made me cry. I'll be honest with you. But we'll see. We will see. I'm optimistic. I like it when things actually manage to do that.
Out of my way.
Victory shall be mine.
Just keep hitting them. Just keep whacking them with your sticks. Just keep going. Very emotional, but also lovely. You're selling me on this. It sounds good. Sounds like a challenge.
Nothing.
It generally is a challenge. I have to be really, really into the show I'm watching or into the characters to actually cry at something that's happened in it. There's 3 things I can think of that have done it. 3 things? Only 3 things? Yes. For now, at least. First aid. Heal
That'll
Cyrus
do
up.
her.
There we go.
My
Films don't make you cry, books do. I think I've cried at a book. I've read some Danga books. I don't think I've cried at one.
Now, what next?
Right, this is what I was waiting to do.
Elephant, Lord of Learning.
Lord of Learning!
What is the logical course of action?
And then... I wait, will you be able to do it at a higher power? I will, won't I? I won't boost it yet.
Victory shall be mine. My blade is
Please don't do that.
unbending.
'Cause I'm gonna try and get its shields down before. Mind you, that might be the issue I'm about to encounter. Think about it. Ooh, an axe! Ew.
What is the logical course of action? Now the true lesson begins.
Lightning! Lightning! Other than the bit made of blocks. Bit made of blocks?
Bring it on.
We'll win this eventually. It's good
Out of my
that
way.
it's not overly difficult, this one. Because I'm really not paying very much attention to what I'm doing.
Now then,
I'm not gonna lie.
you shall be healed.
Here we go.
Oh boy, I see.
Now, what next?
What next? More lightning. That's what's next. Vampire Hunter D. D? No! God damn it! Why is there so much I've not seen?
All right.
It's been too long since I've watched anything. I've missed out on a little shit. Terrible.
What is the logical course of action?
You want to do that? No, you don't want to do it. You want to do this. Do this.
A tempest of ice shall rain.
You just booted up that Stray game. I
Have at you.
watched TDQ play that for a bit. It looks so good. I don't really understand what it's about still, but it does look good. Other than just being a cat.
Have at you. My blade is unbending.
Sword. You want sword?
I
Just...
think not.
Oh, I've just defended. I didn't mean to defend. I clicked the wrong button. He's defending now. It's fine. I'm sure he'll have fun doing that.
Now,
Man,
what next?
that was a lot of damage he just defended. Maybe that is good. I don't know.
Victory shall be.
It'll be his. He'll win. He will.
What is the logical course of action?
He'll want to do the lightning from the sky. Yeah, you do.
Got you. Here we go.
Jesus. Could you not do that much damage to people? It's just rude, really. Top everybody up. Oh,
Don't start things you can't finish.
we did it! All that worrying over these chapters being too difficult. I mean, this is just one of them. And that wasn't too bad. But we'll see. It's done. I should find Earhart. Go find him, Aldrich. Go find him. I'm assuming that was the final boss of this chapter anyway. I'm hoping. Well, hi. Hi, y'all.
You slew yours too, I see.
Uh-huh.
Aye.
Did do that.
Without the leaders, the pack should soon descend into chaos and confusion. It will be easy enough to chase them off at our leisure.
Good.
Good.
So, Ulberich, how did you find me?
Well, now that's a story and a half. You have to go be your domestic goddess. No worries, Minxie. Absolutely no worries. You did remember to host. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I don't know why there's no alerts or anything. I don't know if it's off or it's just not. I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate that very much. Not cleaning while watching streams. No worries, Palm. Get your clean
How
on.
was the scoundrel?
Get your clean
in
on.
want?
He was well. Fighting for his keep.
Look.
He told
Right.
me about
Oh,
Grind,
cut them off. Sorry.
your hometown.
See, it's pronounced grind.
like
I
you
would
had
have
a
pronounced it
grand old
grind,
chat.
and
Did he tell you about the soldiers who burned it to the ground? Tough world, this, for a young lad without a home. When the band of sellswords picked me up, I was grateful for it.
I'm sure you were.
And when the boss told me he wanted my help to bring down Hornburg, well, suffice to say he didn't need to ask twice.
You wanted revenge.
Aye, against the king who did naught, as the only home I'd ever known was reduced to ash and rubble.
You can see his reasoning.
Even at the end, as the flames licked the roof beams of their homes, my family, my friends believed the king would save them.
And he didn't.
I swore
Amen.
then and there I would
Posty's
never
not coming.
forgive King Alfred.
Waiting for the
But
final
you paid
purchases
for
to
what you've
arrive to
done.
finish your final fantasy collection. Ooh,
Not
Mally!
done, as it were.
That's a good collection to have. I like that. Oh. Part of me wants to play more of the Final Fantasy games, because I got into them kind of late. But, it's just finding the ones that people swear are good, versus the ones that are just to be played because it's a Final Fantasy game.
And so I came to Hornburg and became a knight.
I really
Served
want to
my
play,
commanders faithfully. Worked my way up in the
7
ranks.
Remake again. I really, really want to play that again,
know
but
that
it's so
story,
fucking
don't you?
expensive. Because the version on Steam as much as it's expensive, has content I haven't played. I really want to play it. One day. One day.
All the while, biding your time.
Yes,
to
picks.
that final
Get the
battle.
picks. 7 and 9 are your faves. I can see that. I agree with 7 by far. By far. I haven't played 9. I'll have to have a look. Definitely.
Delivered my revenge.
I'd like
at
to
the
try and get
point
into
of
more of
my
them.
blade, even as the king looked into my eyes.
His Majesty was
I
a
have too many games to
courageous
play,
man.
Nitro. I have so many unplayed games in my Steam library, it's stupid. I probably should go through them at one point. One day I'll have to sit down
Who
and
was
just
that?
go through them
For the
one by
last,
one
he
in
never
alphabetical
stopped
order.
fighting for me.
Alphabetical. Alphabetical. You know what I mean. Alphabetical. But
And
I should go through them.
with a single blow,
There might be some really good games in there, and I just haven't played them.
I killed him in the name of vengeance. Spilt his blood on the soil of his realm.
Oh,
I thought it would set me free. Free from the
you have
anguish, the
1,700
pain,
plus
the
games
despair.
on Steam alone. That's a lot of games. I have almost 600, I think. So not quite that many. But it's a lot. And it's probably about half that number of just unplayed, so
No release,
whoopsie.
no triumph.
Because I buy bundles.
Only a
Buy bundles of
heart,
things.
a cold, empty void where
You
my
know?
rage
If there's like
once
a couple of games in the bundle I really, really want, and it's really, really cheap, then I'll get it. And it's like, I'll get all these other games alongside it, and that'd be great. I never play them.
As I searched for something
You have
to hold on to,
1,200
came to me were not of
31.
my lost home, but of the years
You
I'd
need to
spent
buy
as a
3 more.
knight, with my brothers in arms, with you.
I want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be really satisfying. And then just you just leave it at that.
Regret it.
Regret it? Aye, I certainly did. I regret.
Sorry, this is really moving, and we're talking about games. Which is I like talking about games. I'm alright with this. But they're being like moving and catching up
And yet, though they were a lie, a strange thing, isn't it? The memories of
300 and something was bad. It's nothing in the face of these people, Holly. Nothing. I thought 600 was a lot, you know? And I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm doing alright after all.
Those days in Hornburg, the barracks, the proving grounds, the jousting lists.
That's just on Steam. I've got obviously some bits everywhere else as well. Not thousands worth, but certainly do have games physically or on other consoles.
But anyhow, we disbanded after that.
Yeah, the
went our
backlog of
separate
so
ways.
many games.
We'd
So
accomplished our
many.
aim, but were left homeless,
So many.
masterless. My wanderings brought me to Wellspring, a town like 100 others I'd seen before.
And yet you stayed, and now protect its people from harm.
They're kind of weird, the way they're standing, staring at the camera while talking to each other. It's like,
Aye.
look at each other, you assholes. Just... I don't want to do that. No. I don't want to do that. Alberic is not strong enough to do that.
Draw your blade.
I don't want to do that. Don't pull up a quote was made today, you fucking bot. Jesus.
You don't have to do this, Ulberich.
You're a cat, and when you meow, well, other cats meow back. Oh, that's adorable. She gave 0 fucks. Oh no, Holly, that sounds amazing. You get to be a cat, and then you meow, and then other cats meow. It's great. I like that. That's really cute. I got the impression that it's a really fucking sad story, but that's cute, right? That'll cheer you up as it gets dark and dreary, or whatever that game does. You make me want it just by that, I'm not gonna lie.
For you. All of it. Your anger, your pain, your regret. This
Oh, but
lie
don't offer
your
to kill
life
him.
has
That's
become.
not...
I'll
not
cut
how you
down
help
and
people.
give you the peace you seek.
That's not how you help people!
My king dead, and my countrymen. What did that make me, who had sworn my very life to protect
It's not
them?
how you help people.
For what did I wield my sword? Gods, how many years did that question
Nitro approves. I'm unsurprised at this.
But at long last, I understood. I never
I don't
lost
think we're
my
strong
life.
enough to if it makes me do this, though.
Like you, I bear my sword so that I may protect others.
Really?
Earhart, I cannot stand here and pretend to understand what caused you to do as you did. And though
His
I
family
search
died?
my heart, I find no room there for forgiveness. I find only... I should have bested
Albrecht, you're a very complicated man, aren't you?
Victory should have been
He
mine.
killed your king and country,
Then,
sure.
and only then could
But
I have saved our
He
liege.
did lose his
And
entire
you,
family
from
and
the
friends and
monster you would
home.
become. Hear me, Earhart.
You know?
This time, I will not lose.
Don't say that.
Draw your weapon, Earhart. For warriors such as us, there
Because if you
is
do
no
this and I
other way.
lose, I'm gonna have to do that entire boss fight again.
I could tell you to learn from my mistakes. But then, what right
It's
have
all
I?
very fucking dramatic.
Nay, we'll do it
No,
your way.
don't do it his way.
No holding back.
I'm
Hey,
not.
old friend.
No.
I would not have it.
I know he can heal himself, but he's not strong enough for this.
So be it.
Aye, fuckers.
In victory, truth
You fuckers. No, fight.
will not fail.
Bullshit.
The battle is truly
Bullshit. What do you expect me to do here? On my own?
Now then.
Shit off, Bull. Take this bull out of here and get it to shit in somewhere else's garden. Honestly. How do you see this going, Ulbrich? Honestly.
Now then. You shall be healed.
Jesus.
The battle is... Have at you.
Fight to the last drop of your blood, that's what we expect. Try. We'll try. Very trying.
Have at you. My blade is
Self-aware.
unbending. Watch my blade dance.
Oh,
The battle
dancing
is out of my way.
with tears in my eyes. He's dying.
Now then. You shall be healed.
Heal yourself. Makes this a lot easier that he can do
Victory
that, you
shall
know?
be mine.
Thanks for the clip, boy.
The battle is truly
The battle is truly joined. Fuck
Watch
you.
my blade dance.
Are we winning? Blazing stance.
The battle is truly joined.
You know what I say to that? Fuck you.
You shall be healed.
Blazing blade.
Witchery.
Oh, now I can't boost. But apparently I've got boosted defense, which I think is a skill he has. I'm not complaining, really.
Victory. Mercy. Witchery.
Literally. You wanna just...
You shall be healed.
Can't boost it, but it still does a decent bit.
Out of my way.
Double strike. Would you stop doing that and stop me from being able to boost? Very rude.
You shall be healed.
Come around out of SP. Oh my god. I know he's got... Has he got... No, he doesn't. I lied. There's a apothecary ability that gets rid of that, but he doesn't have it. Because I always thought, oh no, he don't need it, because Alfin's got it, so I can have that last as one of the things to give him. keep hitting him then. Right. Now we can boost.
My blade is unbending.
Do I have a skill? I do. Are we winning? Blade stance improved. Well, fucking good for you. I'll be honest, this isn't going as terribly as I was worried it would.
Have at you. Out of my way. Mercy. Witchery.
Yes, witchery.
Mercy. Witchery.
Cussed witchery. Yes, that's what he's doing. Well done.
You shall be healed.
Top up your health, man. Maybe top up your health again.
You shall be healed.
There we go. Look at that. Lovely.
Mercy. Witchery.
Yes, it's witchery. Could you stop saying that? It's very slow now.
Mercy. Witchery.
Cussed witchery. It's just what we're doing. Grunting and cursing and, you know. Not in the other way. He's in the battle way, not, you know. Not the other kind of grunting and cursing, but...
Mercy. Witchery.
See? Cussed witchery. That's it. It's just the whole thing he's saying now. We have to heal again. It's a good thing he can heal, is what I'm saying.
You shall be healed.
It'd be significantly harder if he couldn't. You didn't say it that time? Gosh, I was so hyped up for you saying the words.
The thrill of the fight.
Not those words, but thank you. He did a win and got a divine blade from it. We just killed him now.
I yield.
It was easy. It was easy.
Strange
I
thing.
didn't expect it to be.
Though I fought with all my strength, it was as if you were protected by a greater power.
Nah, I just have a healing ability.
And yet, for the first time in as long as I can remember, I regret nothing.
Oh, good for you. You know?
Aye.
Are you bonding, guys? Is this how people bond?
Tell me one thing, Earhart. Who was he? The leader of your little band. The man who plotted Hornburg's fall.
Olberic, leave it be.
Leave it be.
He brought down an entire kingdom. Our kingdom.
Eh?
Who knows what such a man is plotting now?
Who knows?
Nay, such a fiend is too dangerous for this world.
That was a deep horse, wasn't it? Nay.
I will stop him. I must.
A horse is a deep voice.
This is the course you found.
Just so.
The man's name is Werner.
Werner. I read that as Wiener. So I'm going to call him Wiener.
Where can I find him?
After the fall of Hornburg, he set off for Riverford.
Riverford.
After that, the gods only know what became of him.
Who knows? We'll go
That's
and find
all I
Wiener.
need to know. Men like that.
Wiener!
Frail,
Vajo!
mean to or not.
Wiener!
Reckon they do.
Do you want a sausage? Do you want a sausage? Pepe? The sausage? Does Wiener want a
Stops
sausage?
them in their tracks.
Right. Everything's A-okay, everybody.
You're alive. And Lord Earhart.
He's just slow.
See for yourself.
See? He's just slow.
Took some doing, but we slew the leaders of the Horde.
Oh, we did.
Once your men finish off the stragglers, you'll have nothing more to fear from that nest.
Did you hear that, lads? Earhart slew their leaders.
Oh yeah, I'm not here, apparently.
Couldn't have done it had Olberic not shown up in the nick of time.
two greatest knights of a lost realm fighting side by side? Hang me if it ain't like a storybook.
Well, it is just like a storybook, isn't it? Hang you.
You have our undying gratitude, Sir Oberic.
Good. So I should. You know?
I do not warrant it. What I did was for myself.
Alberic, fuck off. Honestly.
And now the time has come
Just
for me
take
to
the
seek
praise
out a
and
new
leave.
cause in another place.
Oberic,
What?
You would remain here. I know.
I'm sorry.
Do not be.
Do
But
not
before you
be
go,
sorry.
Let me say one more thing. If you mean to go up against Werner,
Wiener.
watch your back.
Oh, he comes at you from behind?
How so?
I've never seen anyone swing a blade like he does.
Uh-huh.
It's more than just strength and skill. There's something about him that strikes fear into men's hearts.
I would too be afraid of a sword-wielding wiener.
You are stronger now, Ulbrich. Stronger than me, I dare say. If your will is strong, you are doubtless the measure of him.
Hopefully.
But make no mistake, you would be well advised to fear him.
I'm always afraid.
Coming from you, Earhart, that is warning indeed. I will heed your words.
Good. Yes.
And now I must go.
You must go.
When this is over, mayhap we shall meet again.
Mayhap. May. Maybe.
I look forward to
Hap.
that day, old friend.
Oh, they bonded over murdering each other, isn't it nice? And so did Ulbrich leave Wellspring behind him. For too long he had forgotten a simple truth. He wields his sword to protect the people, and that means he cannot let the mortal foe of Hornburg roam free. And so he set off for Riverford, where his long journey may at long last come to an end. Ooh! Wow. Why isn't that nice? Travel banter!
Now then.
So you've had your chat with him. Satisfied now? Satisfied? I wouldn't say that. But I have found acceptance. Erhard slew the king, but how I choose to live my life is up to me. Uh-huh. Is my heart sore? Have my troubles vanished? Nay. But I do see things more clearly now. I can't speak more clearly, however. I see what I need in order to wield my sword with a conscience clear. Never really gave much thought to what I'd do. I still live, simple as that. I get why you live the way you do, but that lifestyle's just not for me. Likewise, I could not do what you do. However, I understand the choices that you make. You know, I never thought I'd see the day I'd be talking to a guy like you. Suppose that's the beauty of going on a journey like this. Isn't it beautiful, the friends you make going on journeys like this? Isn't it wonderful? Where are we going next? Therion's chapter is also here, but it's level 36. Those are 45, that's not happening. We got Tressa at 34, Primrose at 40, Ophelia at 38, Cyrus at 40.
Water is not the answer, but poo might be.
Who might be? Have you ever thought of that? Harnett, what's your level? 38. 34 then, we'll do Tressa's next. How you doing, Eddie? Have you ever thought of using poo instead of water for whatever you're doing? I hope so, because, good advice. So I hear. Am I just gonna fast travel there? Tempting. I need Tressa in the party is what I need. Do you want the rest yet? Nope. We'll be fine. Tressa! Oh no, it's over here. Only as a last resort. At least it's on your list of resorts. That's all that means. Tressa! Okay. It's alright, it's going good. We've just done Alberic's chapter 3. Wasn't too bad as far as these things go. And I believe we're gonna go start Tressa's as well, which is up here, because it's level 34, which is the lowest level out of them all. It's still too high for a lot of my characters, but for the group I've got currently, it's fine. Tressa! The story so far. Tressa! I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's just fun. In Quarry Quest, Tressa met a fellow merchant named Ali. He told her of the merchant's fair in Grandport, where the greatest treasures in the realm are put to auction. And so Tressa vowed to find a worthy treasure, hoping to prove herself a merchant worthy of respect and renown. So it was that the two promised to reunite at the fair. That time I updated my notebook. I'm on my way to the merchant's fair in Grandport. But first, I need a treasure worthy of the auction. So I've come to Victor's Hollow to find one. The owner of this book found what he was looking for here. Hopefully, I'll be as lucky as he was. Maybe. You've got to think about the maybes. It's time I had a look around this place. Have a look. Have a gander. Have a look. See, Tressa! Find what you find, and then you'll find it. Let the search begin. And she's off. Something glimmers already. That was easy. What have your elf eyes seen? Excuse me, could you tell me about this map? That old thing? Don't really know where it came from. Found it in the storehouse and thought about throwing it out at first. But I figured I could make at least a few leaves off it this way.
Oh?
Mind if I take a closer look? The traces of old lines where it was redrawn, and it smells of the sea. From the looks of it, this map was very special to the one that drew it.
Oh.
I think there's something written here. The characters are strange. I'll be darned if you can read those scribbles, young lady. My dearest friend, here lies my most precious treasure, Balthazar.
Oh!
Balthazar? As in the dread pirate Balthazar of the Eastern Seas? And this is his treasure map?
Yes.
Sure seems that way. It must be worth a fortune. Give me that. Lady Luck is on my side today. Now let's keep this between us, young lady. Here, I'll even give you some candy. Candy? There's some things you just shouldn't tell someone when you're looking for something special. Don't tell them it's special, because then they won't let you have it, or they'll charge you more. You silly fool. Silly, silly fool. Such a silly, silly fool. Little silly fool. But we can have a look around town. Right down here. Hey, you Trem, how you doing? Very true, it is very true.
Time for a break.
A break? You've barely begun. Give the notebook another read? It's reading now? Oh my god. In this world there are countless treasures, but only one is precious to me, and I'll journey on until I find it. Wow. You only had one true treasure in the whole world. Oh, hi.
Hello there.
Good to see you making use of that notebook. No. We meet again, lass.
Mr. Leon!
Mr. Leon! Oh my god! My gosh! Move your finger in the jaunty pattern, Mr. Leon. Huh. I know. Ask you the same, don't tell me you ran away from home. Ran away? Not quite. I just decided it was time I saw the world. And I have the notebook you gave me to thank for it.
Oh.
Thank yourself for choosing it, lass. Hello? Sink me, I be ready to make a grave of me hammock.
Hello.
Mick and Mac. Oi, ain't she?
What?
Mick and Mac.
You ninny?
It's Mick and Mac, you bird brain ninny. You know that kid that gave us quite the lashing back in Dripple Slime? It's Ripple Tide. Didn't you two learn your lesson yet?
Mick.
That's good enough.
Mac.
That sound like a gent that likes to be jaunty. He do. Apologies, Captain. Captain? Aye, our pirating days be behind us. We're working under a different flag now.
Got that right.
That day opened our eyes to the true greatness of Leon de Pastral. Now we'll be having the honor of calling him our captain.
Whoa.
Glad to see you two singing the new tune.
Well,
As am I. They've been doing well under my command thus far, but still have a ways to go.
All right.
Right you are, Captain. Now look alive, ye half-drowned dodo. There's a work to be done. Nick and Nack in the bungalow. Yes. So that's how do you travel's fare?
Well,
I'm still learning as I go, but I do have a goal now. I want to sell something incredible at the Merchant's Fair. If I can manage that much, it'll prove just how far I've come on this journey.
you don't say.
Well, there's certainly no better place than the fair for an aspiring merchant like yourself. And what exactly is it that you've deemed worthy of the auction? I wish I could tell you, but it's still waiting for me to find it. An undiscovered treasure, I see. I wish you all the best in your search.
thanks. Thank you, Mr. Leon.
By the way, what brings you to Victor's Hollow? The home of an old friend. He passed away around this time of year, so I decided to pay a visit.
Oh.
Were you too close?
Aye.
Aye. Balthazar and I were like brothers.
Oh.
Balthazar? As in that Balthazar? Which Balthazar, lass? The Balthazar who drew the map I found earlier.
Could it be?
They may just be the one and the same. Could you show me where you found it?
Yes. Follow me. I'll lead the way.
Balthazar's a common name round here.
Hey.
Apparently. Excuse me, sir, it's me again.
Welcome.
I trust you managed to keep the you-know-what a secret in the meantime? Nope.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you couldn't?
What do we have here?
Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Balthazar. Who are ye? This is Captain Leon Bastral.
Ah!
Leon Bastral, Scourge of the Seas! I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistaking that blue spear. I heard all about ye and your famous words. What were they again? The strong take while the weak quake. Those are words best forgotten, sir.
This is...
Ah, do you take me for a fool? I know you're here to loot my store. I can assure you I came for no such reason. I cast that aside that lifestyle long ago. Certainly looks like one of Balthazar's works. You really don't plan to steal it, do you? I see. So the rumors of the great pirates Leon and Balthazar being friends really were true.
Huh?
Sounds different.
I beg your pardon.
If you two are as close as the stories say, then I'm sure you'd do anything to have this map. Am I right?
But
However, it's a precious family heirloom, and I'm afraid I cannot part with it without recompense.
What?
Earlier he said he was just going to throw it away. If you're truly the Leon Bastral, then I'm certain you're well versed in the treasures of the realm.
you see,
I am but a lowly merchant, you see, nothing in comparison to your grandeur. But there is one thing we have in common, a desire for a certain treasure. Have you heard of Edbart's shield? Edbart was a servant of the King of Ferrin. His defense with the shield was said to be impenetrable. Legend says he used that same shield to protect his liege until the tragic fall of the kingdom. I heard the rumor that it's been spotted in this very town of late. Curious timing, isn't it? Both fabled pirate and fabled treasure in Victor's Hollow at the same time. If you happen to come across it somewhere, Mr. Bastral, I'd be happy to trade it for the map. How dare he use that map as leverage? It's right where it belongs to Mr. Leon's friend. I'm sorry, but I am afraid you are mistaken.
Till we meet again.
Thank you for showing me the map. My apologies for taking so much of your time.
Hey.
Are we really just gonna leave without your friend's keepsake?
Aye.
Combine the asses, merge them, our asses will be merged.
That's the plan. And then we'll get the map that way, right? That's how it works? That's how it works. I'm sure it is. That map is not mine to take. Now I should take my leave, lass. I'd like to celebrate his life with a drink tonight.
Oh.
Mr. Leon. He says he doesn't need it, but I think a memento like that is best kept in a friend's hands. Find a way to get it to him. You said you trade the map for Edbard's shield, right? I'll be back in 2 ripples of the tide. Well, it would work, wouldn't it? You're the expert, Holly. You'd know. You'd know. You really want that map, don't you? I do, for Mr. Leon's sake. I could steal it for you, you know. I'd rather you didn't. I can handle this myself. He wants a trade and he'll have it. That's what I do best. I'll show him who's the best merchant around. Well, I see my help's not needed here. Though I thought I'd act the gallant type, but clearly you're a lady who prefers the leading role. You bet! After all, how could I call myself a real merchant if I refused this challenge? How indeed. How indeed. I don't know. I just don't know how you would. I don't know. I don't know. What are we doing? Where are we going? Is it someone in the arena that just happens to be using the shield at the moment? Do you know? For the whatever they're called? The what are they called in arenas? The battles that go on? The arena battles? Is there a word for that? Or am I thinking of something that doesn't exist?
Hello.
I don't know. I get plenty of wares from travelling around. Do you? What you got? 8,000. Wow. Always looking for a bargain. 8,000 is not a bargain. That was not cheap. It was not cheap at all. Hello, I have the thing. It was easy, but I have it.
Ah.
Back so soon.
Of
I made a
course.
promise, didn't I? And I always deliver. Oh my god. My word, I can't believe you actually found it. But this symbol and this weight. And all these scars, there's no mistaking it. This is the real deal.
Most
Thank you so much, young lady. Here's the map, as promised. But however did you manage to get the shield? I'm a merchant. We have our ways. Just went up to the guy that was selling it. Selling such a renowned treasure is no small feat. I can see you have promised, young lady, and lots of it. It was very easy. It was very easy to do. Did that very easy wee. It was easy wee. Easy wee one. Easy wee dun dun. Easy wee woo. Hello, sir. I have a map for you.
Mr. Leon!
Mr. Leon! My god! I brought something for you.
Huh?
Bathsaw's map. Don't tell me you went through the trouble of finding the shield for that. Then I won't. Thank you, lass. Mr. Leon, were you really okay with just leaving the map at that shop?
You see,
When you gazed at it, your eyes were so forlorn. I felt like it belonged with you. Your keen eyes never cease to amaze me. Let me tell you a story, lass. About Balthazar and me. Story time! Story time! I know this game was $60. Someone has over 1,200 hours played, so I guess they got their money's worth. They did get their money's worth. My god, that's a lot of hours played. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Gotta go get ready for family fun! Enjoy, Holly. Have a lovely time. I hope you have good funds and good foods and good socials. It'll be good. It'll be good. Make sure it's good. It'll be good. It'll be good. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I do. I do. I do. Yes. We were but lads when the sea first called to us. And as we grew, so did our reputation. Balthazar came to be known as the White Eagle, the Wild Eagle, evil. And then I, the Sea Serpent. Our ships clashed on the open ocean, and our names roared like thunder through the skies. Very dramatic. Nicely drawn ships, though.
Captain Leon!
Captain Leon.
The storm be giving us no quarter, sir! Let's turn back! The old girl can't hold on much longer!
Anyone wanting to retreat can be my guest and swim back. I'll reduce this ship to shivers before I let him have my treasure.
Oh my gosh.
If those scurvy sea dogs get to that island first, we get nothing. You hear? Hold fast to that rudder, mateys.
Aye, aye, sir.
Goodness. Good golly, Miss Molly. You have 2,191 games. How many of those have you actually played, Melly? Have you played them all? Because that's incredible if you have.
You're too slow, Leon.
Aye, Captain Obvious.
I think you'd have learned after all these years.
You are 340 installed, you don't know how many you've played. So many. You'll never need another game again. You've got too many to get through. But then obviously another game will come out eventually and they'll be like, oh well, I could just get that too. Make it 2,192.
Now I'll be taking this island's treasure, if you don't mind.
What if the island doesn't have treasure? Then what do you do?
I do mind, but it isn't mine. Do whatever you please.
Do ye remember when we were lads, Leon?
Do ye?
Starving in the slums, stealing to survive.
Do ye?
We dreamt of just growing up and had to fight tooth and nail to reach the top.
Do ye?
Nothing was ever easy for us.
Do ye? Do be?
In this world, the strong take while the weak quake, and we became strong.
Ye never change, Leon.
You say it like you're any different, Balthazar.
Not everyone stays the same forever, matey.
No, it's true. Some people grow a beard. Balthazar was always looking off into the distance. His eyes gazed far, far away, towards a seemingly unreachable place. Time passed between us until one day.
Can I tell you something, Leon?
If you want to. Not
I
going to
never
stop you.
wanted to be a pirate.
What?
When we were lads, I dreamt of being a merchant.
Have you gone daft? Balthazar of the Eastern Seas. A merchant.
You're a bloody scoundrel for laughing, Leon. But it be the truth.
Leave a man to dream.
I wanted to trade treasure from every corner of this here world and bring people together.
They like standing in the rain, don't they?
I lost sight of the dream after becoming a pirate. These days, it's all I'd be thinking about. Leon, do you have something precious to you?
Added for edgy effect. You wouldn't know that they were edgy pirates if it wasn't stormy, right? If it was like a sparkling, beautiful day while they were standing up there having this conversation, you'd be like, this is
Aye,
very piratey.
fine storm this is. How about another wager, my friend? Whoever reaches that island first be the winner. If you win, you get that gem you always wanted.
Oh, gem.
Oh, will I now? And what happens if you win?
If I win, ye hand over your most precious treasure.
Deal.
Oh. That's how our final race began. But Balthazar, he never emerged from those stormy seas. I found his ship several days later, wrecked on the coast. Balthazar had been the victor of our very last match. Is he dead? You never said you found his body. He might not be dead. His map shows the location of the gem he wagered that day.
The Eldrite.
The only one of its kind in the entire world. It was by far the rarest of all the treasures he'd plundered. But seeing as I lost our match, I haven't the rights to it.
Oh.
That's why you left it in the shop. Precisely! You made the proper trade for this last, so it belongs to you now. However, you use it as is up to you. Go find the gem? The treasure? Up to me. Mr. Leon lost more than just a race that day, and I think having a memento of his friend would cheer him up. And I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at more pirate treasure.
All right.
Time to put this map to use. We're gonna go get the gem. Does it happen to be nearby? Travel banter. Travel banter.
Couldn't be.
Eldrite, the Ore of Legend. You know of it, Professor Albright? Oh yes, otherwise known as the Eye of the Sea. So beautiful. Men liken it to the eye of a goddess. Or so my tomes tell me. I've never observed an actual specimen with my own eyes, mind you. It is also written that you can see an ocean inside, if you peer long enough. A whole ocean, with fish and seaweed and everything? I would be surprised, to say the least, if the view offered quite so much detail. Truth be told, all the accounts are hearsay. Not one author has claimed to have found one of these stones. Though, not for want of effort, it has long been sought after by pirates, kings, and would-be treasure hunters. And me! Suddenly I really want to find it. And now that's the spirit. We're gonna find it. You're gonna go, oh, look at that, I found it. And then we're gonna go, oh, look at this, what we're gonna do with it now. Path to the Forgotten Grotto. Does it just happen to be nearby? Because that's really convenient. How convenient. Isn't it lovely here? Oh, it's less lovely now. I was going to say it's lovely with the stream and the tweez and the burbs, and now it's less lovely. Because we're being attacked by things, and that's automatically less lovely.
Nice try.
Here we go.
I don't really have the right weapons.
My turn.
Your turn, you'll say? Oh well. You wish.
Out of my way.
Out of his way. That's some good damage right there, Therion.
An interesting dilemma.
You do not have sword, bow, or dark abilities. Which is not helpful.
Let's do this.
Either do you. You have a sword. Sure.
All right.
You have an axe. It's still alive.
Out of my way.
Still alive. Still definitely alive.
All right.
Here I go.
There, it's dead.
Time to close up shop.
That's better. I prefer it when they're dead. Otherwise, they keep attacking me and I don't like that. There's a chest I can go to get that way. My urge to get every single little chest with random shite in it is too real. It's too overwhelming for me. I just have to collect everything, you know? Need it all. I don't know for what, but I do need it. Body bash.
Bring it on.
I keep missing, and I like this. Fire time! It's time to burn things! Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Look at that. They burn. Oh, they burn!
My turn.
An interesting dilemma.
Fire again! Woo! There we go.
You should have studied harder.
You should have. You should have. It's true. There be truth in that. Isn't there? Ah, more things. The same things. Every time. At least give me something different to murder. Mix it up a bit, you know?
Thought you had me?
And when you're in there, you're like, alright.
Bring it
now
on.
right hand.
And? Yeah, exactly. You know?
Let's do this.
What's the point? What's the point of going in there and getting wet?
What is the logical course of action?
We never know.
Great inferno.
We never know.
The land.
But sad, really.
Here I go.
Kill the giant ball!
Here we go.
Kill him! Kill him!
Great
Burn!
inferno.
Hey! There we go.
Thus ends your lesson.
Thus it end it too. Very much so it end. There's another chest. Do, 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 do. Yeah. A grape. An entire chest that contained a single grape. Oh. Oh, at least it's a mushroom this time, not, you know, a boar. Less, boring.
Nice try.
Bring it on.
Nice try indeed. I did try, make a
That'll do
joke, and it was terrible, but everybody laughed anyway.
Do this.
I like to think. Don't know myself, but I like to think everybody laughed. Woo!
Out of my way.
Out of his way. He's got places to be.
Do this.
Here we go.
Here we go again. It's time to burn. Burning people. Proliferate?
Do this.
Did you just breed?
An interesting dilemma.
Did you just breed? Rude.
Not bad. A passing grade.
You like to think, but only after you've had your coffee, yeah. Thinking before the thing that gets you going in a day is, not good. It's not worth it. It's just painful. You don't want no mental strife in there, do you? No. This is just finding a lot of money on the ground. I mean, I'll get the chests first. I think that's the way I'm supposed to go. Loot! I like loot. Oh, it's a skeleton pirate man. Pirate-y skeleton bob. Man. Skeleton bob man. Skelly bob bob bob.
Bring it on.
Right. Do you want to heal?
That'll do her.
Everybody needs a bit, really. Fire! The skelly bop 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 does not mind the fire.
Here I go.
Is not baffled by the flames. Ah, the wind, however, blows its bones apart, does it not? You don't want your bones to be blown apart. Oh, Tressa, are you hanging on?
Here goes nothing.
Do you want some first aid?
That'll do
Just a
her.
tad? There you go. Oh, now you'll need some more.
What is the logical course of action?
Wind, as I have recently found out.
My turn.
Delightful. You want to axe in this question? Like that? That's it. That's nice. Well done. Wind!
The winds of power.
Much wind!
Out of my way.
Oh. The name of the skeleton is Davy Bones. It's called Davy Bones. Davy Bones is dead.
Not bad.
I think the wind would blow right between the bones. This is true. You would have thought, right? But maybe that's why it doesn't like it. Maybe that's uncomfortable. You know? It'd be like if you had a giant flesh wound, you know, that went all the way through you. I imagine it would be uncomfortable to have wind blow through it. I don't know. But you would assume. Why is this a dead end? Oh, we can go this way too. Hoping it would lead me to another chest, but I was not sure this is the right way, or if it is, I'm gonna have to go back the other way, maybe. I don't know. Oh,
Let's try. Here I
okay,
go.
lovely. It's fine. Wind!
Here we go.
You do a big heal. Use this one.
Miracle of health.
There we go.
An interesting dilemma.
Isn't it just? I think you can just do a blizzard.
A tempest of ice.
Oh yeah, you can. Look at that. Scorpions don't like that neither, do they? No. No. No, they don't. Not one bit.
Out of my way.
Out of his way, you heard the man.
My turn now.
It's her turn even. And she's going to blow some wind around.
The winds of power.
Oh, 'tis a blustery day.
An interesting dilemma.
You can do the blizzards.
A
Should kill them,
tempest
right? Yep.
Thus,
Oh, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Isn't it just lovely jubbly? Okay, this is the right way. Oh well. We've come this way now. I didn't mean to, but we're here. No, inventory. Grapes. And plums. Actually, not. Chop it up. Safe. Away! Well, it goes down. I can get that chest down there. Probably. Yes, I can. A large
I've done
bomb
my
of granite.
research on you.
Pomegranate.
But then I never had anyone abuse my bits so far.
So far. Again. You know. I had that one earlier today too. It happens a lot with her. Sure, you know, all consensual, right? You'd hope. You would hope.
What is the logical course of
Weezard. Weezard. Lovely little bit of wind. No, that's not what that is. Technically it is what that is, but this is ice. I wasn't far wrong. This one's not called Davy Bones, this one's called Buccaneer Bones. So you got
Here goes nothing.
Davy Bones, Buccaneer Bones, so many bones. Inverse proportional, I mean, no. Oh, it was not really worth it, was it, mate? It weren't. Not really. Wind! The winds of fortune are howling. The lesser known bones, Buck. Buck bones. That's it. And now they are deceased again. Oh, we are getting there as we go on. Oh, we are getting there as it goes. Doopy-doo. This way. This way? This is a long way. This is a very, very deep cave. Full of things that enjoy deepness. You know? Like bats and scorpions. They like being deep in caves.
Over here.
Wahahaha, hoo 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 hoo. Do you have anything? You have the sword, which will get the bats.
Now, what next?
Blizzard.
This
This is the wrong way it carries on. I know! The other way would have had treasure. I know. But then I'd have to go all the way back. And then all the way back here again.
Now, what next?
And sometimes you've got to cut your losses and go, you know what? I cannot be fucked.
You should have studied harder.
All about the quick routes, me. I'm gonna get lost anyway, it better be a quick one. This goes to a chest. That's a lot of money. Hate it when that happens. It's so annoying, isn't it? You just pick the wrong direction. That's the direction you pick is the one that leads to the boss, whereas you could have gone the other way and explored more, but now you've dedicated yourself to walking towards the boss. And you're probably not gonna come back here at any point. So you're just never gonna know what awesome stuff you've left behind, and it's awful. Awful.
My turn.
You'll have axe, no? Yes, Davy Bones. Nice one.
All right.
You'll have healing. Let's do the healing.
That'll do her.
Yes.
Let's do this.
And you have pointy sticks. You also have wind. She gets so many beans. Oh my god.
Here we go.
Whack. Oh.
My turn.
Whack. Whack. Oh. Oh my.
Let's do this.
Someone's angry. Jeez. Wind!
Now, what next?
Fire!
Great inferno. The land.
Winning! This is good.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Well, I think it's a little bit more than that, but if you want to be, you know, pessimistic about it all. Right, this is probably where the boss of this area is, so I'm going to do the healing of the things. Because there was a lot of ouchies, you're right. There was the many of the ouchies. Do they have anything else they can do? You could. You could. You could get the divine skill for Hunter as well. So do it. And you could get armor corrosive, which you can do as well. That's nice, thank you. Good stuff. What was that support skill you got? Is it something I'm gonna want to use? Those summons and attribute penalties replaced by the character will last for this turn. Eh. It's fine. She's alright. Save game.
Oh my god, these people are disgusting. I've put bins out. What's wrong with you all?
We may never know what was wrong with them all. Because she killed them all. Because they wouldn't use her bins. It's the only solution. How to get someone to use your bin. Or if they don't use, you just kill them. didn't sound good. You hungry, Tressa? What's that? It's your stomach, isn't it? You haven't eaten in a while. Oh no, it's a big cat.
Let's do this.
Said the same thing about your co-workers. They won't put things in a bin. Heathens. Ooh.
Willingly.
You won't go willingly. That bodes well. Is that what you just said?
Here I go.
Because that makes me feel like this is going to be too difficult for me. Is he poisoning us? The venomous tiger? Should I be worried? Should I be worried, everybody? Should I be worried?
Interesting dilemma.
I feel like I should be worried or something. This isn't doing much damage. I need to get his shields down.
Let's try.
That's so much damage! That was so much damage! That was an intense amount of damage. Fire, it's weak to fire, thank god. Okay. That was so much damage. Bad kitty! I know, it's a bad cat! Naughty, naughty kitty cat. It's also weak to bugs. Okay, good, good, good.
Alright.
She was looking up to its name now. Yeah! Just a little bit. The recommended level for Tressa's story here was 34. And consider that Alfin and Cyrus are both 48, and they took that much damage. The recommended levels for this game mean fuck all. They mean nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The miracle of health.
Okay. What are you gonna do? What can you do that's really strong? Attack single foe with a bow. True strike, true strike. Cyrus is amazing every now for being like paper. This is true, this is true. But still, I don't have a tank with me. I don't... He is strong though.
My turn now.
Mass heal doesn't cost too much damage on it every time. I know, right? Pokey pokey stick, sure.
Alright.
You wanna... I could cure the poison. They're just gonna get poisoned again though, aren't they? Mind you, his apothecary skill will stop them from being poisoned for a little while.
I got just what you need.
2 turns, he can't be poisoned. 1 turn. Okay, that's great. Steals his defenses. That was a lot of damage. Cyrus can't be poisoned at the very least. I've only got the 1 healer with me. Oh, man. Maybe I should have had Ulbrich for this. Instead of Therion, maybe? If I struggle. If I can't get through this, which I think is likely, and I will get Ulbrich to a stage where he might be able to help.
Bring it on.
He might be able to help as he is, to be fair. It's just so expensive to do this Healmore.
The miracle of health.
But the ordinary cleric skills just don't restore enough health. Oh dear.
What next?
Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Ow. Really does do much damage when the shield's up. I hope it has very little health, this boss. I know it's a stupid hope that's unrealistic,
Do you want
but...
cheese?
Cheese help? Maybe. This is early days of this battle and I'm struggling. You're gonna need more than just a normal grape, mate. Have that. So you weren't gonna survive until I could heal you, because the poison damage like that. Nope, save it. Do you have more Cube Escape for YouTube? I think there is some more going up. Yeah. Slowly.
Bring it on.
Very slowly. But I did play through all of the Rusty Lake games, the Cube Escape games, and then I played the White Door as well. So that's all scheduled to go up. Gradually. It's all there.
Is that better?
Stop up.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright.
It's fine, just keep topping them up.
Is that better?
Just keep topping them up. You're enjoying them. They were very fun to play. They're such weird games, but they're very good. I'm so glad you're enjoying them.
What's this now?
They're very peculiar.
Oh no!
Pokey stick. It's gonna have 2 goes.
My turn.
Steals its defenses, and then sweeps again. And we're gonna have to heal everybody again because people are gonna die! People are gonna die if I don't! Ah! It keeps getting more defenses! Takes me longer and longer to kill this thing every time. Or knock its shields down is what I'm trying to say.
No!
You're gonna need to use an item because you are not gonna survive the poison.
This should do the trick.
Yeah, she wouldn't have.
All right.
Oh my god! Doing the
That'll do
apothecary
it.
because Therion's alright for a little bit. It heals so much more. It only heals 1.
It's the logical course of action.
Fire! Fire!
Out of my way.
Good. Great. Good.
Bring it
stuff.
on.
Heal.
That'll do her.
Thank you.
Let's do this!
Power of a pokey stick or wind. Wind. Might do more. Yes, does more. I think. I don't know.
My turn now!
Out of my way.
All right.
No one needs healing too much. I can get some damage in. Not much, but something. You can.
Parallel.
Oh, I'd love to, but I'd rather get the damage in. 6,000. Look at that. And everyone takes a really big hit again. Oh no, he missed. What? Was it affecting my SP and battle points? Why? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Here goes nothing.
Should I be concerned? Do you have anything that... 1? The elemental defense is really going to help here right now. I could poison it back. I don't think it would work, but I could.
Let's get down to work.
Would you... Is this a waste? It's probably a waste. You don't have anything else that's weak to, do you? No, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Just hit it. Don't. What does it mean? Getting pummeled by a sausage. Oh no. That's not what we want.
What to do?
That it.
My turn.
Alright. Hey, nice.
All right.
Healy time. Healy time. You don't even need the boost. I want to use the boost just to be able to earn more boost, but does
That'll
not
do
need
it.
it to heal Tressa. Tressa doesn't have much health as it is.
Let's do this!
The name is Yellow, we're halfway.
Course of action.
Alright. This is the kind of battle I enjoy, because this is tricky.
An interesting dilemma.
At least it's keeping my attention, if nothing else. Cyrus is gonna need more
There's
XP.
nothing.
Therion can probably give it over, though. Wanted to pummel themselves with a sausage? Is that how they killed themselves? It may well be. It may well be. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the way Pointy Tits chose to go. Do you have a strong ability you can use? Wind, I guess. 2,000. That's good. I should get some hired help in. For some money. His name is Red! Ow. It hits so hard, Tressa! This is not poisoning them again. I still don't know what this mist is doing, but... share SP, Cyrus.
Keep it up.
Boom. Tyrion does not need it right now. But you do! Octopath stick!
Bring it on.
Do... no. Clerical ability.
Let's get down to work.
Is that too much? Probably can just get away with this
Is
one.
that better?
Yep, that's fine.
Here we go.
Stop her up that last little bit. Lovely.
What to do?
Mighty stick!
Out of my way.
Oh,
Now,
fire!
great inferno to scorch the land.
And brace yourselves, everybody.
Nice try. Nice try.
Ow! Right. And again. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. He's not poisoned or anything. It's okay. It's okay.
My turn now.
Get the shields down.
Now, what next?
You can do a really big firestorm.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Come on. Kill the damn
Here
thing.
we go.
Oh,
That'll do
Theron.
her.
Out of my way.
Oh.
What to
Mighty stick.
Here goes nothing.
Tiny hill to
Is
top
that
up.
better?
Here we go. Everyone's nice and happy and healthy.
What is the logical course of action?
Fire!
Great inferno to scorch the land.
And again. Miss Tressa once there.
Here we go.
Cyrus, are you okay? What's that symbol mean? What does that symbol mean?
That'll do her.
What does the skull of crossbones
what to
sick
do?
symbol mean? I don't know what that means. Is that bad? Is it just a more intense version of poison? I don't know. See how much damage he takes. Oh, no, we won't, because it's dead. Ha! We'll never know.
Studied harder.
You're about to piss off already, Cat. I know. It goes on so long, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Did it. Did it. Did it. It's all gone now. It's good. It's good. This is a spot Balthazar marked on his map. Woo! Woo indeed. GG. Wow! Thank God for the GGs. It was a long fight. Was still a lot of damage, but not significant. It's not a lot. Big damage, but very minimal timing of damage. What? Not very often damage, but big damage. Infrequently.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Address to Mr. Leon. I'll make sure it reaches him. You do that. Think of our GGs. Words, I know. Words are not my friend. They are not my ally.
Mr. Leon.
I have a thingy. I followed the map and found this. Woods.
Huh?
There's no mistaking it. This is the Eldrite. This was also in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
A letter? What does it
You
say?
ever find what's most precious to you?
Did you?
Balthazar.
I mean, you keep saying he died, but if you didn't see his body and he had time to write you a note and bury a chest. Come on.
Most precious? All my treasures are precious.
I didn't mean gold or gems, Leon.
Then what did you mean?
What did you mean?
Do ye have something so dear to your heart that ye'd risk life and limb for it? When we were lads in that poor town, we thought having riches was all there was to life.
That's what they thought.
But I've been wondering lately if that's the life worth living.
Is it?
And then I wonder what life is worth living.
One you enjoy.
I use me strength to steal from the weak.
As long as you do
Just
what
like
you
ye,
want.
Leon. And it took years of looting to realize that none of it meant anything to me.
No.
No. Not everything that glitters is gold.
It's true. Sometimes it's diamond. Or some other precious stone, right? Or just glitter. Funny enough.
After the final race with Balthazar, I couldn't stop thinking about his last words. If I win, you
I
hand
still don't
over
think
your
the
most
boss is
precious
dead.
treasure.
You had time to bury a
What
treasure.
was my most precious treasure? In the coming days, I kept asking myself the same question. But I never came
Drew
to
a
an
map
answer.
too. No, he can't have
Until
been
one
that
day,
dying.
I realized
That and drew a map. Went and buried it.
I'd obtained nothing. Just like Balthazar, I no longer had a reason to continue as a pirate.
He became a merchant.
I lowered my flag.
So good for you.
And I dedicated myself to repairing Balthazar's ship. I decided to pursue the dream of my friend in his stead. And so, I became the captain of a merchant ship.
Oh.
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 I want you to keep that stone, lass.
Thanks.
Really? But it belonged to your friend.
This letter is all I need. That stone holds no meaning to me.
Are you sure?
Everyone has something precious to them.
It's true.
Whether it be land, riches, honor, or
A
what
rock
have
for
you,
me.
there is an abundance
I
of
know,
treasure
it's not
in
every
this
day you
world.
get a pretty rock, is it? Big rock. Can't wait to tell my friends. They don't have a rock this big.
But there is only space in one's heart for a single, truly precious treasure. And I found mine. Balthazar's ship. It gave me another chance at life.
Good for you.
Mr. Leon?
He's doing good.
What is your most precious treasure?
It's... I don't know yet. But I know I'll find it someday.
This treasure rocks. I get it.
Aye, with those keen eyes, I have no doubt you will. But be prepared. Your life will never be the same after.
Oh. Yep. Alright.
Farewell, lass.
See you. Yep.
Bon voyage!
You tried.
Toodaloo!
See ya.
My most precious treasure.
Hi, Knick
I
Knack.
saw Mr. Leon again. He taught me that there is only one true treasure in a person's life. I haven't found that treasure in my life yet,
There's always time.
but I'll keep searching until I do.
Oh yeah, you will.
It's just a matter of time now. With the Eldrite in hand, I'm ready for the auction.
Right? Good stuff.
Watch out, Merchant's Fair! Here I come!
Maybe the treasure was the friends we made along the way. Maybe it was. Maybe it was, you know? All these allies she's got going around with her, killing giant cats and stuff, and the strange cloaked person that seems to be following her around. Oh, maybe it's the friends we made. That's the real treasure here. Travel banter! That's the real treasure here. Travel banter. Thanks.
Are you alright?
Hey there, Tress. What's with the serious look? I was just thinking about what my most precious treasure could be. Tell me, Alphen, what do you treasure the most? Me? Rather not say. It's kind of silly, to be honest. Oh, come now. What are you acting so embarrassed about? It's not that. It's just... Besides, I know the answer. It's that bag. You always keep it in your sight, and you're constantly cleaning and mending it. You got me. A good pal of mine gave it to me. When I've got it slung over my back, it's like I can hear him whispering in my ear. You brew those potions of yours with pride, you hear? He says. I listen too. That's why I put so much care into my concoctions. Now that's a true treasure if I ever heard one. It's true. It is. They doodling as I do their monologue? Scribble, scribble. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, the scribble scribble for Tressa was because she has a notebook that she writes in. So I assume that was why she was scribbling, 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 scribbling. He swapped bags with his buddy. He did. They traded their bags. Yay! There you go. That's 2 chapter 3s that we've done today. Which isn't terrible. If I have time before the next time I play this game, I might try and get them a little bit higher level once again. Because otherwise it looks like it's 36. And I've still got to get his dad up. So, you know. Yeah, I've still got characters that are like level 30, so it might be a problem if I left that. But we've now got Alphen, Ulbrich, and Tressa all ready for their chapter 4. Which I think is the last one. I'm not sure. Is that the last one? I'm not entirely sure. But we've still got quite a few to get through, so we'll get there when we get there. As you do. I don't know if anyone was... Ah. They ain't got... Just you. Just you. But yeah, there you go. That's all the leveling. We get the other jobs. I will try. Chapter 3, 39 hours in. We are. It was 40. But Trem, every character has their own chapter 3. So we've technically been through 8 chapter 1s, 8 chapter 2s, and 3 of the chapter 3s. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. I would like to try and get the other jobs. When I did this, when I originally played this game, when it first came out, and I played through, I think I got 2 of them. I got 2 of the 4 other jobs that you can get. And for the life of me, I could not kill those bosses to get the other 2 jobs. So I'm gonna give it a go, if I'm not, you know, too worn out from all the leveling up. And we'll see if I can. I did that post-game, you know? And I couldn't do it. So, bosses were a nightmare, they were. I did the easiest one first, what people said was the easiest one to do. And it didn't go too badly, and I managed by skin of my teeth to do another one, and I couldn't do the rest. Couldn't even get close. So, but like I said, I was doing this post-game, so I didn't really have the push to continue playing it if it just meant leveling up to do this. So, I didn't. But we'll see. We'll give them a go, we'll have a look, and we can see how difficult they are, and see me get really angry at them, and then I'll move on with my life. Is basically what we'll do there. But this has been good. This has been good. We've made some good progress. I didn't expect to get through 2 chapter 3s today. I thought I'd have a lot more trouble with all of the battles. And some of them were sort of troublesome. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them were tricky. Well, one of them was tricky, but it went well. It went well. So I will try and have time to level the characters up a little bit more again. I'll spend another few hours on it and see how far I get. I'll go to dungeon that's a higher level than the one I was using before, and we'll see. I don't know. It might be alright for a little bit longer, so we'll see. We'll see, like I say. And yeah, so I will be back. What day is it? It's Saturday today. I'll be back on Monday. And I'm gonna finish Daddish 3 on Monday, is the plan. And then probably Octopath on the Wednesday again, so that's what we're doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do after Daddish 3. There's a few things that I'm gonna do. I was gonna go through some smaller games for a little while, just to have something that's constantly changing and constantly moving, because we had Witcher go on for so long. It would be nice to get through some small ones that might be a bit more lighthearted than just Gwent all the time. Thank you, Mally, for the merch tag there, the command. I do have merch. I do indeed. There is merch that you can get if you want it. Darkest Dungeon 2, nice and light. I know. Darkest Dungeon 2 I've heard such mixed things about. If it's ever on sale and I notice it's on sale, then I might pick it up to have a look, but people weren't overly happy with that game, which is a shame. It's a shame. You're back in time to say bye. It's alright, Minxie. I appreciate you coming back. I hope you cooked like a goddess. So yeah, more stuff to do, more things are happening. If anyone isn't, there is a Discord you can pop into. I'm probably going to be making a goddamn anime channel in there now because of the conversation today. Which would be fun. It'd be nice to have a chat about that and see what people recommend. Red proven tonight, super tool prep. Oh, look at you! Doing some good work there. This is good, then you don't have to worry about it. So, it's worth doing. It's worth doing. There's also YouTube. I realise it's coming up to the end of the month, so there will be a compilation going up at some point, which mixes clips from this month and last month, because I didn't do one last month, I didn't have enough clips. So there'll be that. There's obviously more of the Cube Escape stuff going up on there. There's the Witcher playthrough that's all going up at the moment. It's probably still maybe a few weeks away, but I do have COD vs Stealth Bear, the 4th part, scheduled to go up now. There's a Phasmo scheduled to go up at some point as well. I did a lot. I've actually got videos scheduled on my YouTube until mid-September now, which is baffling to me. So far in advance, which is really, really nice because it means I don't have to worry about it for ages. I can just say, look, there's a video up. I did that like last week. Isn't it great? Or however long ago. But so there's stuff going up slowly, constantly on there. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. You know, and I do have a Fiverr as well. If people like the little chibi figures that you've seen me design before, and anyone wants a custom one of their own, that's a thing. I did my first commission. I did my first one. I completed an order on Fiverr, and I was so happy. I was so happy that I did that. Them's top organizational skills. I got Fiverr Internet recently, so instead of taking 30 minutes to 40 minutes to upload a single 3-hour VOD, it took me 8. So yeah, I spent an evening dumping a load of shit on my YouTube because it went so fucking fast. So that's going to make my life a lot easier. I'm very, very happy about this. Not having to sit around for absolutely fucking ages. Not being able to use my PC because I'm uploading shit to YouTube. And not being able to use any other internet in the house because it buffers. Because it's prioritizing the upload to YouTube. I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's lovely. It's lovely. So, yes, that's some good stuff. There's some good stuff going on. It's... stuff is happening, all things are moving, and life is just going well. So I will be back, like I say, on Monday. I'll be finishing Daddish 3, which will be when my life starts taking a downwards turn. Because fuck that game, I love it, but it's rage-inducing. Otherwise, shall we find somebody who might be on the onlines? Somebody else on the onlines? Do you think there'll be somebody else on the onlines? I think there might be. I think there might be. You know, if we're really lucky, if we all cross our fingers and hope for the best, there might be stuff we can go and do, and go say hi and do stuff, and bits and bobs, and bits and bobs. Twitch, come on. Give me something. Give me anything. Oh, well, Karen's online. I've not been over there for a while, playing some America 8. Always a good time. Very chill. Somebody else on the internet, highly doubtful, I know. I'm surprised that there is actually anybody else around. It's not a very popular thing, the internet. People don't really use it. You know? Are you gonna bring it up? Thanks. Thanks. So yeah, if you're so inclined, please do follow the raid. Do get more coins that you can spend here. One day that might end up being poo, I don't know. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekends, everybody. I hope you all have a very chill one. And yeah, I will see you again very, very soon with more Rage for the Radishes. It'll be fun. Stay, you know, excited for that. And yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it. See you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.